facts. Stats versus facts. Know where we at on the stats versus facts. Yeah, my boy, hella black. He on the stats versus facts. And you might get smacked by the stats versus facts. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Stats versus Facts, the NBA Draft Edition. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are going up today, man. I'm here with the crew. What's going on, crew? What it do?
Yo, yo, yo.
Yes, sir.
What's up, guys?
As always, got that man G-Reg with me. G-Reg.
I still need that money, but today it's Spurs and 4, baby.
Spurs in four, Spurs in four. You heard it here first, folks. We're also very happy to welcome back that man, Mr. Alejandro Diaz, lead
What's up,
sports
guys?
anchor of Enlace. Yes, sir. What's going on, brother?
Representing
Let's go.
today, my friends. Representing today, my Mavericks. Let's go.
And we are also very happy to have with us, representing his team, the Minnesota Timberwolves, that man, my brother, Mr. Norberto Salazar Jr., better known as Norby Salazar. What's up, bro?
What's up? Happy to be here. Hopefully Minnesota can do something for once.
Yeah, they have never been able to do anything. Anyway, so, let's jump right into this, guys. NBA draft going on here in about 18 minutes. And we have some really, really good players coming out of the draft this year. And we have some very big needs on teams in the draft this year. So let's start off with those Dallas Mavericks. Finished 7 in the West last year. And you got a budding, superstar in Luka Doncic. Porzingis, depending on injury, I mean, he's great too. So Alejandro, what is something that the Mavericks need in this draft? And I believe they're picking, what number are they picking? I got
18.
They're picking 18.
18. Yeah, the first one is 18, and then they have the first pick of the second round in the.
So they're 18 and 31.
31. Yes.
Okay.
31 or 33rd. Can't remember right now, but yeah. So last time we were talking about, in my opinion, they needed a defensive presence.
Mhm.
Initially, probably in a big man because they don't play Boban that much.
Right.
But right now, from what I've been reading, is that they're probably looking at a shooting guard, at number 18. That's a small forward. I'm sorry. This is based on what Donnie Nelson said in a chat pre-draft. Now that they're also saying that they prepare to draft not based on what they need, and if the right guy falls on their lap, I guess they're just gonna take it, of course. They also discussed about that there's a 33% chance of trading up, down, or staying put, which is not saying much at all.
Right.
But I do believe what they need is it's more defense. So when I look at the team right now, I cannot compare it to what they had back in 2011 when they won the championship, and they had that magical run throughout the playoffs. And they had two players, in my opinion, that kind of make that big difference in Tyson Chandler and at center, and then Deshaun Stevenson doing the dirty work for defense. So they still lack that physicality right now, I believe. Of course, the game has changed. It's a lot more, open and three-pointers and all of that. And the Mavericks have adapted to that style of playing. But still, I believe they need more of a defensive presence. And they're going for a small forward right now. That's what they're shooting for right now. So we'll see what happens.
Right. So right now, sitting at 18th, just projected by ESPN, they're projected to take, he's actually a power forward at 7 feet. His name is Alexei Pukosevsky. I'm probably butchered the hell out of his name.
I'm Poku in the streets.
But he's from Serbia. He's ranked 4th in his position of a power forward. He's got about a 7'3" wingspan and a 9'1" standing reach. So he's essentially, he's going to have a slender frame. Some of his strengths, he's a skilled, versatile player, can hit threes, running off the screen or pulling up off of the dribble, and he can take those defensive rebounds coast to coast. So from the strengths area of if the Mavericks were to go with that pick, if he were to fall to them, how does that sound to you? Could he possibly slide over and be a 3 and you keep Porzingis out of 4 and then Kleber out of 5? Or are you like, nah, I want to go a different direction?
The thing is, I don't really know much about his game. I mean, what you're telling me, it's one thing. Another thing is to watch him play and also how well he meshes with the team, the chemistry that he has with the team.
Mm-hmm.
He basically plays like Porzingis.
Yeah, if they bring him like to be a backup for Porzingis, I could see that because we were talking also about this last time. Kleber, I don't really like the way he plays. I believe he makes too many mistakes and he rushes his shot too much.
Right.
So I haven't seen this guy play. You know, it's this. I understand the NBA front offices. They have scouts. They have people looking at these players all of the time. They know. I hope they know what they're doing. You would hope so. But Mavericks have had a tendency of liking European players. They did a great job with Luka. They really
took after the Spurs. Just saying.
Cheaters.
Yeah. So I mean, I'll have to take a look at him. But based on what you're telling me, if they bring him to be a backup for Porzingis, I could see that, especially, being that Porzingis is coming back from that injury. They don't know how he's going to respond. But based on that also, Porzingis was talking about this today, I think, and he was saying that it's a much easier rehab, especially comparing that to the ACL that he went through. So that he's confident that he's going to be back in no time. We'll see, because at the end of last season, he was really picking up his game, and I would like him to be at the top of his game, along with Luka.
Absolutely. So one thing a couple things that they did say were in his improvement areas. He was not scouted very high as far as the international draft prospects go. They apparently said that he lacked some minutes playing in the Greek second division, which is a low level of competition, and he was also out nearly 3 months because of an injury.
That's where Giannis is from, right? Is that division?
I believe so. And they said that he's a little skinny, which when they say guys are skinny, I really don't. It don't matter with me anymore because they can always put on muscle, end up like a KD or a Giannis, or
exactly, yeah.
So based on that I don't know how that would work. Like you said, he could possibly be a backup for Porzingis, but the scouts are saying it looks like he may be a few years off from being NBA ready. Now, there would be a possibility where the Mavericks could trade that pick. I've been hearing about the Clippers wanting to possibly shop Lou Williams, and I know the Mavericks showed some interest in picking up Lou Williams, but they would have to give up that pick, which I was like, he's a good playoff man. Don't get me wrong, he's a great 6-man, but I wanted to hear your take on that. How do you think Lou Williams would?
I would like him for the team. I really would, because what I was just saying, the way he plays defense, the way he brings another type of play to another style of play to the team. And the only thing is that we have to keep him away from those wings in Atlanta, but that kept him out of the bubble. But
Williams wings.
Lemon Pepper Lou.
If they're named after you,
those wings good.
Yeah.
My goodness.
But I like it actually. You're saying that you don't, but I will like that. I would like that trade.
It's an interesting thing. It's an interesting pick, especially if they still have. At that point, they would have to give up Trey Burke, because if you bring in a Lou Williams, you can't have them both play at the same time. You can't have them both on the team because they're essentially kind of the same player. With Lou Williams, my concern of him is his defense, because his defense is a little shaky. I know you're saying he's a better defender. I see a guy who's kind of shaky on the defensive end. and they tend to pick on because he's a smaller guard. So we will see moving forward with that. But other than that, offensively, he would definitely bring what they need. I definitely agree with you there. So,
Yeah,
but I want to get a chance. Oh, go
I was
ahead.
going to say real quick, they're also discussing that 18 pick for a sign-in trade for Gallinari.
Yes, Gallinari was the other one, which I don't really know if they need Gallinari just based on who they have already.
I'll take Gallinari.
Yeah, no, and and besides, the thing I see with Gallinari is consistency. I mean, he's a good player, but I don't see him being consistent enough on a night-to-night basis when it comes to his offense. So,
right. So I want to get a chance to move on to them Timberwolves, Mr. Norby Salazar. Timberwolves got the number 1 overall pick.
Yeah, we do.
And they have the number 17th pick from the first round. And in the second round, they have the 33rd. And I think that's it. So they have 3 picks in this draft. Number 1 overall pick. Who do you go with, man? I mean, you have Karl Anthony Towns as your, franchise player. Okogie is still there. He's known as a defender. Malik Beasley's probably gonna get arrested.
Probably. What can you do, right? People.
D-Lo there now, So
yeah, D-Lo. Yeah.
And so where do you go with this first overall pick?
Before going into the first overall pick, look at a little bit of stats of last year, and regarding the T-Wolves. Now,
didn't make the bubble.
We didn't make the bubble. We didn't. And I hope that's not their reasoning for, hey, we didn't make the bubble. Let's, do something. Mm-hmm. Looking at their assist ratio, D'Lo had about 6 assists, which led the team, followed by Cat. Mm-hmm. I understand now the game is changing. The big men are stepping up, coming out from underneath the block, passing the ball more. But Cat was the second overall best in assists at 4.4. A game to have D'Lo and then have Cat. I know Cat is a franchise player, but after that it falls off. It falls off to someone. I think was it? I don't think it was Okie. I think it was Beasley. At like almost 3 assists a game. So we're looking at the assist aspect of that, and then them not rotating the ball enough. That's one thing that they did lack. If we go to rebounding, Cat led the whole entire team with 10 rebounds a game. After that, you fall drastically off to 4 rebounds, which is Ogie at 4. And then turnovers. Yes, we did have D'Lo. D'Lo's a good player, but he averaged about 3 turnovers a game along with those 6 assists. And Cat, again, 4 assists with 3 turnovers. So I think the number 1 pick that they should do in this draft would be Lonzo. I think Lonzo would be a great – yep, I think Melo would be a great
just get a ball brother.
Yeah, ball brother. He'd be great, man. I think he really complements this team very well. He does have experience from the NBL overseas. He, after looking at some of his stats, he averaged about 8 to 7 assists a game over there. He's gotten taller. He's 6'7" at a 6'7" point guard with length. That brings some defense. So you do have some lengthwise to distort some shots and possibly defend the ball, defend the rim more. He's a good ball handler.
You think he will be a good defender? Because that has been some questions.
I think he will. The transitioning from him going over there and seeing the improvement from when he first started to now is great. And he is a player that looks like any challenge that comes to him, he can adapt to it and get better. I think once he puts on some size and gets into battling here in the U.S., I think he'd be real good as a defender. His defense game will come into play. And then you look at, throw out Anthony Edwards. A lot of people have us predicted to get Anthony Edwards. The guy's 6'5", 225. He's solid. Size, power, explosive. He comes off the ball pretty damn well, off-ball dribble, and has a good shot. Mm-hmm. But what I see the Minnesota Timberwolves needing is someone to facilitate. I know they said, some people have said that, the chemistry between D'Lo, might not mesh. D'Lo, I think, is a shooting guard. Once that guy gets going, come off the screens, kind of like a Curry, grab a shot, come off the ball and shoot it, you know, he'll get going. And I think Ball would be a very, very good asset to the Minnesota team, and it'll just mesh very well.
Right. I think Anthony Edwards is better suited for the Timberwolves. My reasoning specifically is because 6'5", they say that he can facilitate the ball too, and he has the upsides to be a possible James Harden, which I think you have that. D'Lo at your 2. Cat obviously playing the center. I think you're better off there than LaMelo. I think for me, LaMelo is a bit shaky, especially on the defensive end, and they are not sure about his shot. He has kind of a weird shot like his brother Lonzo. I understand he did play in the JBL, the NBL. He's also played in the Lithuanian league, so he has some experience, and also obviously in high school. But I'm just not too sure about him overall. So he's the riskier player to me. That if the Timberwolves do take him, you definitely might go in some risk there. Edwards is more the surefire player. Obviously, to me, Wiseman is the best overall player in this draft, but obviously when you have Towns, no reason to take him, right? So,
and plus he's made it verbally that he does not want to go to Minnesota. And we've had the discussion before. When you have someone that does not go to a training camp in Minnesota, who's verbally said, I don't want to be there, that hurts as an organization, and you don't want to bring that into not just your organization, but your community, to your state.
Right.
Because then that's going to affect the morale. It's like, why do we want this guy? Why do we get him if he said he does not want to be here?
Right.
And right now, they just can't have that at that point. I do agree with you. Anthony Edwards is he's a great player. I'd be happy. Like I said, Ball, I think, is the best fit. If we get Anthony Edwards, it's a good fit as well. For Edwards going to what you were saying between the difference in the defense and then him, being that player to actually facilitate, he hasn't really gotten into that yet. He can facilitate, but he hasn't shown it yet, unlike Ball, who has. And for the defensive aspect, that's training and just a little bit of repetition. And then soon your muscle movements will get, it'll get there. For Edwards, that takes a little bit more development for facilitating. So I see Minnesota, yes, you need a little bit more experience, something that can get you going real quick off to a good season. And I think Ball would be the perfect fit.
Absolutely. Okay. All right. Any last thoughts before draft is about to start here in a second? Any last thoughts on that? No?
Oh, no, I'd take LaMelo. I think Anthony Edwards and D'Lo, there's too many shot chuckers up in Minnesota, and between Towns and all of them, I just think it's going to be a mess if they do that.
Okay.
I'll take my chance on 7-point guard.
I do think we got to get another center, though, later on within the 17th and 33rd pick.
Right. Okay. Absolutely. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, it's draft time, baby. So we'll be right back.
Bet.
All right, guys, we are back. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Draft time, baby. NBA draft, stats versus facts. Me, Norby, Greg, and Alejandro D. You know what I'm saying? Bars. So, man, number 1 pick is about to come up. We about to hear this going live, fellas.
Who y'all got?
Who do y'all got? We'll start with Mr. Alejandro.
I got Melo.
Melo, okay. G-Reg?
I think I want it to be Melo.
You want it to be Melo?
Yeah.
Okay. And Norby? Melo. I think Anthony Edwards. So we're going to see.
Howard Silver look like a Dracula or something?
I'm glad you said that. I've always thought that ever since he became commissioner. I always thought he was Dracula. Reminds me of the what's that cereal? The chocolate one.
Count Chocula? Yeah.
That's one creepy
on the
man.
live. What's good, y'all? Y'all see that boy Norb? Yes, sir.
How's it going?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, here we go.
Don't mess this up, Minnesota.
Wait, they're on the clock. Dadgummit.
Psych. That pump fake, son.
Oh, fake.
Got you in the air.
Yep. Well, while we're waiting, because they're on the clock for the next 4 minutes, G-Reg, let's talk about the Spurs, man. Like,
The one and only.
we started off, or I'm going to say we started off, we missed the bubble for the first time in missed the playoffs for 21 years.
22.
22 dose to Emmitt
years.
Smith.
22
Two.
years. And
That's a different subject, Greg.
finished off
What counts?
11th or 12th in the West. So now need a pick. I mean, we're number 11. I mean, what do you see the Spurs doing now? We have the 11th pick and I believe the 40th pick or 43rd pick. Think we're going to trade it? Like, what's up?
Yeah, I would like to. I mean, I like to trade DeMar and Aldridge, but it's a whole different story. I just think you take best talent available. I've always been the best talent available guy. I don't care about fit. I don't want to be that team that skips Jordan just because I've got Clyde Drexler. I just don't want to do that. So I just take best talent available. But most likely we're looking at small forward, power forward, versatile, some kind of combo forward that can play. That's the way the kind of what we're lacking.
All right. I would love to get James Wiseman. Trade that Marcus Aldridge to
Come on, Golden State, do it.
to Golden State. If that were to happen, woo-wee, I'll be happy. That's probably not going to happen.
We're popping bottles live.
So right now, I don't know what the Spurs are going to do. As far as I've heard that they're going to make some type of big move. So I'm like, we'll see what happens. They're probably not going to trade DeMar. He opted back in. I doubt that they're going to trade him. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. But if they do draft 11th, they're probably going to go for either Devin Vassell or Patrick Williams from Florida State, which is a small forward and a guy who could play a small forward, probably more of a power forward. Okay, that kind of helps, but I don't really know if they're going to even get much playing time this season. So I'm just like, I'd rather get a big guy. So if not James Wiseman, Azubuike in the second round. That's all I'm saying. I've been calling for it because there's no way we're probably going to get James Wiseman. We'll see.
I need to trade down. I need to get Tyler Bay from Colorado, baby. The Swiss Army knife can do it all.
That guy can shoot.
I just need, please, Spurs one time.
Yeah. Any thoughts, Mr. Alejandro or Norby?
I'm reading right now that the Timberwolves remain on the phones discussing possible trade scenarios with the number one overall pick. So
you don't want to draft number one.
Maybe they'll take DeMar.
Take it.
Oh man, no. Oh no.
Yeah, Norby, you don't want. You want to do it. Come on.
Just because he was in Toronto don't mean I want him in Minnesota.
Oh, you want him? You want him? You know you want him.
Nah. I'd rather have Melo.
Minnesota and Golden State are begging to get off their picks. They're like, please.
I'm on here. What do you guys think that's watching? Who do y'all think is going number one? Let me see.
I mean, I kind of figured that, Minnesota would just, grease their palms all the way to the very end, just to see what they can get in regards to the number one pick.
Yeah.
If Minnesota if they end up trading the number one pick, it has to be for they got to get some out. I don't want draft picks. I'd rather have some veterans. Then you got to get some veterans in regards to that, something that can play with Towns and also D'Lo, who's been in the NBA for a long time. That way it can elevate the game. But if you're trading the pick, you gotta look at veterans in this situation.
Yeah, because they want to win now. They don't want to. They're on the clock with time.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, we shall see as the number one overall pick is getting ready to come up soon. We got probably LaMelo or Wiseman. I got.
Hey, I have breaking news, I guess, from Charania. He's saying that Minnesota is selecting Anthony Edwards with the #1 overall
There
pick.
we go.
Are we?
There we go. So
We'll
they're
see,
about to
we'll see.
announce it. Dang,
Here we go.
Alejandro, breaking news before the TV.
Yeah, no, right, man.
Alejandro bomb.
Alejandro, the alley oop. That's what we're calling it. The alley oop.
We'll see.
What
if
we
it
getting?
comes
What we
through.
getting?
Oh, watch it on video. Oh, wild.
Yep.
Like,
Yep. Anthony Edwards, per sources. I'm seeing that now in 2 different accounts.
All right.
so they're buying into the Anthony Edwards' Oladipo defensive two-way player, and
Mhm.
he's going to be at
Right,
#1.
and the possible.
I mean, they did model his game, Dwayne Wade and Oladipo. So,
Yeah.
but like I said before earlier when we got together, you know, I think Melo will be a good fit. If not, you know, Edwards would be a good. Melo will be a better fit. Edwards would be a good fit. But they need to rotate that ball. They need to facilitate it. They got to get those assist numbers up and get those players involved.
That's what
If they didn't trade it, so
All right. Let's see. Yep, they selected Anthony Edwards.
Count Chocula
it looks like him, man. I'm telling you.
only comes
All
out.
right, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that pick. You know,
If they think
either
that's the best
either or. I was happy with. Now you know, just gotta go to work.
yeah.
Yep.
Go to work. Show everyone that you can facilitate the ball and shoot that jump shot.
What is they putting comics on
Really.
for the draft? They have him in like an Ant-Man suit. Interesting.
Oh, for real.
Yeah, apparently Anthony Edwards was a good football player and basketball was working out a little bit better for him. But if he were to get drafted in the NFL, he would have dropped in the NBA if he would have gotten a call to go to the NFL. So
If you ain't a quarterback, don't go to NFL.
That's true.
Yeah.
No, I heard this morning also on, what was it? The Colin Cowherd show. He was talking about him and how he really wanted to go to the NFL, not really the NBA. Like he really
likes football.
Yeah, his true love, I guess, is football more than basketball. So, of course, you know he's not gonna back away if he's getting drafted, especially #1 draft in the NBA. But that kind of makes you wonder if he's really committed to the sport and if he's going to put the effort and the work that he needs to.
Right.
I mean, I would think so. Once you make it to that level, you better commit yourself and make the best of it. But you know, hopefully he does.
No, that's a valid point, Alejandro, because I know his coach even in Georgia said when coming in, he was all in. Like he did not think – everyone knew he was a one-and-done player. You know, that was simple. But when he came to campus, he was all in Georgia. That's all he thought about was Georgia. He hadn't seen a player work ethic like him in a long time. So he saw that, you know, the drive was there, the effort was there. But yeah, it goes like how you're saying, you know, is it going to transition to the NBA? And, you know, money talks. So, you know.
Yeah.
And I like to have the attitude of a football player. That means he likes contact and he likes to compete.
Mhm.
So
That's true. And
my
at
coach
the end of
used
the day, no, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say my coach used to tell me the big difference between football players and basketball players are just obviously height, but basketball players typically don't like to work out and don't like contact
Right.
versus football players. That's why they choose the different sports.
Right.
I don't know, Marshall, you like working out? You're a basketball player. You like contact?
I mean, remember, by nature, I'm a soccer player. So,
That's true.
Not compete.
so yeah.
It's rare though.
I was gonna say that regardless of the sport that you choose, once you're an athlete, the competitive nature that you have in you, it should take over. Once you know whatever it is that you're playing, you want to win, and to be better, and to do that. In order to do that, you have to commit yourself to whatever you're doing. Especially if you make it to a professional level, which is the dream like that all of us have. at one
Right.
point in our lives, to make it to the pros in any type of sport. So
Right. So, all
Ours.
Mhm.
right. So the Warriors right now are on
Back
the
right
clock.
there.
Warriors right now are on the clock. I know we mentioned this earlier, guys. Prayers to Clay Thompson. Apparently tore his Achilles.
Is that what it is? They came out with
really,
it
is that
already?
what it
Really?
is?
On the second leg?
Yeah, that's
Oh.
apparently.
They I don't think they've said anything yet exactly as to what it is. They're just saying it's a lower leg injury and that he wasn't able to put any weight on his leg.
Right.
But he's
Mm.
undergoing tests, but they don't know yet, I guess, to what it is. If it is an Achilles, oh man,
That's the end of the
That's
Warriors.
tough.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well, if that's the case, do you go LaMelo or do you go with Wiseman as a second over pick?
Wiseman, regardless, because Wiseman to me, he can run the floor, he can hit the three. He's a lefty. The last time we had a lefty, granted he was a guard, and James Harden averaging 30. A big man is a lefty that can has a jump shot. Stop it. Nah, stop it. I have a question here. Said, what pick do we think Cole Anthony is going? Cole Anthony would have been a top. It would have been a top 10 pick had he not gotten injured himself. So I'm thinking he's going to go somewhere between 15 and 18. Any thoughts?
I think someone will take him between like around 15 to 20.
Okay.
I personally don't like him, but I can see somebody talking themselves into him via like saying that North Carolina didn't have really good talent. He didn't have this floor stretched out for him. He could play better in the NBA. So
True. Alejandro, don't break the news. Let me. I know you know who already got picked. I can see the look on your face. Don't. No alley bomb yet. Man.
make Marshall happy and let it be Wiseman.
I have two already.
Ooh.
2 and 3.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
So he already knows. So just let the country catch up.
You've been taking pointers from Wojo, haven't you?
Yep.
I want to see I want to see if the reports are true that they really like Denny.
If they do, then Wiseman might be heading to the Hornets. Although I want to see LaMelo go to the Hornets because I want to see.
Right now, from what I see, it looks like Wiseman will go to Golden State and Melo will go to Charlotte.
Okay.
True. I mean, dang, we can't let the TV break the dang news.
Like I said earlier, they like to grease their palms, wait till the very last minute, and then say.
That's true. I mean, the pick is in. We're just waiting on them to stop talking. Jay Will, stop talking, my guy. Let's see here. Can we hear the pick? Even though y'all already told me to pick.
Well, obviously, we know the fit that Wiseman brings to the Warriors.
Right.
They're deficient in the center position. He just plugs right there.
Right. It's him. With him going to Golden State, they made the right pick. If Clay doesn't get hurt, if Clay's injury rather isn't as bad as what we may be possibly hearing, they are going to do something. I don't know if they would be 4 or 5. Now, if Clay is hurt, that's definitely going to hurt them. It's going to possibly be a reason why you want to keep Wiggins. I don't know if you want to get rid of Wiggins if Clay is hurt. Thoughts on that?
No, I wouldn't. If Clay has another tear, I'd keep Wiggins. If it's just a mild sprain or just banged up his knee, go ahead, pursue that trade that you were looking for. But if it's severe, you have to keep Wiggins.
All right. So now we have official word from Adam Silver. And they picked James Wiseman, absolutely. And a big sigh of relief from James Wiseman. He has Penny Hardaway sitting there with him too. Congrats to James. He's joining really, really good franchise. In 3 games, he averaged 19.7 points, 10.7 rebounds. I mean, that dude's gonna be nice for real. He's gonna be nice. And now, if you're the Warriors, you pretty much shored up your future for at least the next 8 years. Because unless he, undergoes a serious injury, knock on wood.
Or unless he's like DeAndre Jordan or something.
They said he's a DeAndre Jordan, but with skills, meaning he ain't just gonna be going up there bricking shots with the high.
I mean, we got to see how he starts off first. I mean, Wiseman hasn't played in how many games?
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, it's been a while.
And did with the whole COVID going on, transitioning from going place to place, there's going to be different policies put in by the NBA to pursue this the next season. So to see how this is going to affect them, not just physically but mentally, because again, I mean, he has not really played. Played a couple of games in college, and then after that was it. So 3 games. So I'm curious to see. He does have the potential to be a great player, but how long is it going to take? Is this first year really going to hurt him so much due to him not being fully prepared for the environment?
Right. Let's see here. On the live, look like Norby, you have a fan.
I do.
Norby.
The fan squad.
Yeah. This is up 904 Trey.
Now, who is that guy? Who is that
guy? He's supposed to be on here right now. Jump on the phone, Trey. What you doing?
Nah, I don't want to acknowledge him right now. We keep moving forward. He responds on here, and he ain't on here with us. Man, I'm hurt.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Marshall, I just saw a tweet about what you were saying about Klay Thompson.
Yes.
Somebody is saying that he does have a torn Achilles.
So Klay does have a torn Achilles. Yeah, I was reading something just a second ago too. So that's a tough.
Wesley Matthews.
Ooh.
It's never come
That
back.
hurts, man. That hurts Golden State.
That definitely hurts Golden State. He is not going to be the same. That's another. I mean, with Wiseman, you have some defense. You got a bigger guy versus LaMelo. But now it's just kind of like you're gonna have to look to build up that backcourt. I think that might be the end of the Splash Bros as we know them, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll come back from Achilles.
No, especially too.
Yeah.
He has a possible chance to end up, I think, being like D Rose for the next couple of years if you don't have that mindset. It sucked when that happened to D Rose. It really did. One of my favorite players, I think one of the best players. But with Klay, now that he has these 2 injuries, you got to think of that mentality. Some players after 2 injuries are kind of a little bit scared. So I'm looking forward for speedy recovery and to seeing, how this affects his game, and not just physically but mentally.
Right.
I mean, the good thing about the way Klay plays, though, is that he's not as explosive as D Rose was. When he got injured. So as we all know, Klay's most of the times when he's playing, it's just catch and shoot. Mm-hmm. So it might affect, of course, his mobility on the court. And what you're saying is true about mentally being scared of something happening to you again. That's very hard to come back from. So I'm more concerned about that part than his ability to shoot, because at the end of the day, he's not as explosive. His game is not as explosive as D Rose, for example.
Now we have the Hornets pick in, and the Hornets have picked LaMelo Ball. Absolutely, we get LeVar versus MJ.
No. Check up.
Let's go. Check up. That's what I'm talking about. Interesting with LaMelo going to the Hornets,
Good pickup.
it is a good pickup. Will it push them to getting into the playoffs? They still need some more pieces. They do.
Yeah.
He'll be exciting, don't get me wrong. Kind of like how Trae Young was with Atlanta, but once they figure LaMelo out, which may not be long, I don't know.
Yeah. It's gonna take some time for him to develop.
Yeah, it will.
But he has good catch and shoot shooters with the Rozier and Graham, and then got PJ Washington. So it's a nice little
He's still
crew.
there. You got Nicholas Batum with 20 opted into his $27 million.
Get that bag, son.
Money.
Small forwards get paid, man. You saw Orta Porter. You seen Tobias Harris, Harrison Barnes. You seen
DeMar DeRozan.
you're 6'7", 6'9", and you can limp out there. You get 30 million.
Yeah. I mean, I believe Mike Conley's opting into his deal.
Oh
too.
yeah, and I give up 30 million.
Give me my money.
I mean, but shoot, James Harden, he decided, I don't want to go for my money, walking away from $50 million.
Hey,
for those of you who have seen Rush Hour.
You kidnapped Chelsea Clinton.
Oh man, love that movie. But I mean, he left that money because he's tired. He wants a title. He wants to compete. Just like Alejandro said, if you're an athlete and you're a competitor, you're gonna compete. Gave Houston everything he had within the past years he's been there. He's played with different players, different styles, and he's like, look, I'm done. You can offer me $100 million. I'm not doing it. I want my title. I want an opportunity. So that's why he turned it down, and he's gonna go to Brooklyn.
Or he's just tired of Houston strip clubs.
That's a possibility.
Yeah, that's a possibility as well.
Let's see where he goes. If he goes Atlanta, let's see.
Don't forget the flooding there too in Houston.
Yeah, we got to see what's going on.
All right.
So
now Chicago has the number 4 pick right now. Alejandro's going real for me. Don't do it.
I don't even have it. I'm just watching it. I'm not even.
RB, you don't do it either. Y'all know that's fine.
How would y'all want to cheat yourselves?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm good right now. I'll stick at looking at these comments.
Ooh, LeVar Ball.
In IG right now.
Yeah.
They wilding in the chat or what?
Little bit.
Just one person.
Talk your talk, whoever's in there.
Yeah, give a shout out to my boy Lawrence.
Ooh.
Yes.
I see you being active in there. Thanks for supporting.
Yeah.
Appreciate the support. I can't even speak.
We got a few.
We got a couple. What it do, baby?
From DACA.
So they're gonna try to put a small forward around Zach LaVine, or they're trading Zach LaVine eventually. What do y'all think?
I think. Well, eventually. What do you mean? But how? Give me a time frame for eventually.
Like 12, what is it, 12 or 18 million, and then his contract's gonna be up in a little bit, and they have to decide whether he's a max player or not.
Right.
We'll get the max from somebody.
Right.
I mean, I think he has at least maybe within his contract at Chicago, he has to. I know in Minnesota, he showed that he can be the caliber player to get that money that he received from Chicago. But these next couple of years going into his contract, that's where, you got to show that you deserve that max contract. Other than that, he'll walk. They'll trade him to whatever organization thinks.
Went early.
Whew. They're really looking for that small forward.
Patrick Williams to the Chicago Bulls. He went way earlier than we thought.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Young guy, youngest in the draft, has an NBA body. He was a 6-man off of Florida State. So defensive guy. They project him that he could possibly be a small forward, power forward combo, versatile.
Mm-hmm.
Needs to work on his scoring and his shooting, of course.
Right.
But small forwards, I mean, you need those. Those are going to be hot in the draft. You're going to need. Everybody wants those combo forwards.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, hold on one. Does he have? Okay, no, I thought he had white hair for a second. I guess it's blonde.
I was like, oh, he's 19. I don't know why he has white hair. Was on.
Right. Now, he was projected to go to the Spurs or down in at least the 9 through 11 range.
That's good for Spurs, baby. I didn't really want him. That means another prospect falls further down.
Right. So G-Reg, what if the Spurs were to draft a guy like Obi Toppin if he falls that far?
Oof. We'll get instant offense for sure. You just worry about those his defense and his hips, man. They look pretty stiff.
Right.
I don't know if he's capable. He might be like where he reminds me of a Jabari Parker almost. He'll give you buckets, but he won't play a lick of defense.
It sounded like you said Jabari Barker. That sounds like
remix. The new guy, 2K guy, creative player.
Yeah, like a Jabari. No, I agree. Alejandro, 5th pick, Cleveland, is getting ready to come up. Who do you think that they should take? I know you know.
He already has an
announced
answer.
anything yet. They're just saying that they're still fielding trade offers for the number 5 pick. So we'll see.
I mean, I don't even know.
They need Jesus. That's what they need. I don't think anybody's gonna help Cleveland, man.
Yeah. Like Joakim Noah says, what's so great about Cleveland?
Yeah, it's like
nobody says, "Oh yeah, I want to go to Cleveland."
He ain't lying though.
Yeah.
Joakim knows a lot of things, but he ain't a liar.
Yeah, he's also not unemployed anymore because he's on the Clippers.
Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't see him one time.
I saw him in a on the bench.
Oh, really?
And they're going to commercial, yeah.
Moosh. He probably was hanging out with like Deion Waiters and.
Oh, we got an alley oop.
Was Cleveland the last? No. Was Cleveland the worst team last season?
Was Cleveland the worst? I believe they might have had the worst record in the NBA.
I didn't even look for them.
I didn't bother. I didn't bother checking on them.
Yeah, I'm like, all right. Oh, then we have Kevin Porter. I think he just caught a charge too.
Oh yeah, he sure did.
I was like, oh god.
Sure did. Dat Cuz said Noah got hired on as a water boy, pretty much.
Okay, so that explains a lot.
$1 million water boy, sign me up.
Right?
Hey, to us that sounds good.
For real.
I usually have it, but I need money.
You seen their salary?
I was telling Marshall today, I was like, I should have been a punter, dude. Punter or kicker, man.
Yeah, for real.
Miss on a check right there.
Mm-hmm.
Start learning how to test water.
pH levels and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Norby, on the scale of 1 to 10, how happy are you with Anthony Edwards? And I forgot to ask you that.
I'm gonna go with a 9. I'm going 9. 9 out of 10. If we got Melo, I've been a 10. Edwards a 9. That boy just bring with size, power, explosiveness. Like I mentioned earlier, and the way people have described him when he steps onto the court or within your organization, he is focused and he's ready and driven. And I think that's one thing that Minnesota needs, especially with the whole Jimmy fiasco. Mm-hmm. Love Jimmy, great player. I would get Jimmy on my team any day. That dude's a fighter. I think that's what Anthony Edwards is gonna be. He's gonna be a fighter. He's gonna be scrappy. He's gonna get in the defensive faces and score, and also provide that that defensive support for Anthony Towns, especially down low on the block. So I'm happy with it. Hopefully, this plays out really well in the locker room to where that morale's there. I think that's really what they do need. Besides, rotating the ball, getting the assists, everyone involved. But with everything that's been on in Minnesota, you need some morale. You need the players to actually be all in.
Right.
It starts and ends with Towns. If you want to be, you're the defensive anchor, you're the center, you need to play good defense. If your center is not playing good defense, you're in a world of hurt.
Right. This is Cleveland. This is Cleveland's only pick right now, guys. They're the best available right now. They have Tyrese Haliburton, was it Denby?
Yeah.
And
Okoro,
Obi Toppin. I think they might go with Obi Toppin personally.
And they've been trying to shop Love, but they can't give him away for a ham sandwich. So,
yeah, they were gonna try to get him to Houston, but since all that's going on in Houston, he was like, "Forget that."
Oh, we saw that one thing about Golden State possibly looking at him too. Remember?
Yeah, well, that obviously ain't happening.
Psych. Sorry, Kevin Love. Just got to sit there for 3. We have 2 more years, 3 more years,
something like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the pick is in. So let's see who Cleveland is taking, as I know Mr. Diaz knows. All right, let's see here.
Mm-hmm.
And they take Isaac Okoro from Auburn, small forward. Okay. So they have some shooting and a guy who can go get you a bucket.
They're gonna need more than one bucket.
Of course. They're hoping that Colin Sexton can do some things, but
yeah, he projects to be a 2-way player. I mean, his shooting is terrible. He shoots terrible shooting free throw percentage. But they say he has the work ethic of like a Jimmy Butler, Kawhi, so he'll turn himself into a good player.
Right. Which, hey, maybe, the next 10 years.
Yeah. I'm a little worried about his wingspan for being an elite defender. He's 6'6", but he has a 6'9" wingspan.
Mm-hmm.
Usually elite defenders, they have close to 7-foot wingspan, and then they really measure your hand size to see if you're going to be an elite defender.
Right. Well, the highlights, he's blocking shots. So, I mean.
Yeah, he's super athletic. So.
Yeah.
Maybe that first step is what will get him into that category, is the reaction time.
Do you think, I wonder at 6, I mean, I know there's players that can guard up, like a Drew Holiday, he's 6'3", and he can guard 1, 2, 3 probably. He's a 6'6", small forward in essence.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if he's gonna be okay at small forward, or he'll eventually move.
So we will see. Atlanta is on the clock right now at number 6. Now, G-Reg, this was a possibility for the Spurs to do that trade. Do you think they do and go with that 6th pick and possibly draft, I just call him Big O, from USC?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you think Atlanta just takes it? It looks like Ale might have some alley bomb for us, an alley-oop.
Atlanta seems really committed to Trae Young and really trying to get, and took his words that he wants to be in the playoffs really seriously. So they've been seen trying to shop that pick for some player. I mean, they were in the Drew Holiday sweepstakes. They were trying to do it. They're in the Gordon Hayward sweepstakes. I don't know what that came out to, but they're definitely looking for more veteran players that they can start to win now. I don't know if they're going to want to wait for another prospect to develop.
Absolutely.
Well, if you're looking at veteran players, what are you looking for Atlanta?
I mean, with Trae Young, you really have to build a defensive team around him. He's really porous on defense, so you need a 3-and-D shooting guard, 3-and-D small forward. Basically the whole team needs to be defensive, and you obviously want them to spread it out because he's a good passer. So it's very hard to build around teams around guards that are really porous at defense. You've seen it done, obviously, Jamal Murray, because Denver has a complete defensive team around him, or Donovan Mitchell. He's got Gobert, Joe Ingles, his point guard has been, Rubio or Conley. So they were lucky to get, but you've also seen people struggle, like Devin Booker's of the world or Zach LaVine. They struggle to build a team around them because it takes so many good defensive players to build around them.
Who does Atlanta have right now?
They have Kevin Huerter, they have Cam Reddish, DeAndre Hunter, John Collins, and they picked up Capella.
That's right.
So they're trying to build that defensive team around him. But I've also heard that John Collins wants a max contract, and I think I'm not a person that wants to pay a max contract for a power forward. To be honest with you, I know John Collins is really good and stuff like that, but I'm not willing to pay a max contract for a power forward. So I don't know if they'll look to move him. I don't know if I really don't. But they do have assets. They have wings that people could desire, like a Cam Reddish. So, I mean, that's why they were in talks with Boston, because Boston loves wings. They love drafting wings. They love having wings. So I'm sure they'd be trying to swing a trade with Haywood, who's probably out the door anyways.
They look like they already have someone targeting, so or they're targeting someone already. So
in the draft,
we'll see yeah.
We'll see who they go. I mean, could be a Vessel, could be a Denny. Halliburton's decent at defense. He could play off guard next to Trae Young. I mean, it just depends on how they want to go.
Yeah, man. I think at 6 right now, they need a guy to come off of the bench because Atlanta's bench is pretty bad outside of
Vince Carter.
Oh. Shout out to Vince.
I'm gonna say Cam Reddish. No, Cam Reddish starts now, doesn't he? Or does he still come off the bench? So they need somebody to back up Trae. Who backs up Trae right now for Atlanta? So if they get Denny, I'm gonna butcher his name. Denny.
Yeah, I don't think they're good enough to start picking backups. I think they really need to pick up starters and try to get in the playoffs.
Because they could go with Halliburton as a backup.
Or he could play next to him too.
You think he could play next to Trae?
Yeah, I think Halliburton's more of a off guard.
Okay, well, let's see. Watch them go with Toppin.
Oh, if they go with Toppin, then that could be eventually a John Collins replacement.
Oh, they went with Okongwu from USC.
Ooh, there we go.
Okay. So
hey, Norby, I'm reading that the Timberwolves are in talks to trade the number 17 pick to OKC for Ricky Rubio. And pick
getting Rubio back?
Rubio, baby, where it all started.
28.
I have no problem with Rubio. That's what they need a facilitator so they can get the ball moving. That's what they need. Rubio's, he's been in Minnesota. People that I know, and from what I've heard, they like Rubio. So you bring him back in. You have Anthony Edwards in there. A good possible pick and roll because he's a big body. Carl Anthony, I think they worked well together. If that's the case, if they are in talks with trading the pick, if they don't trade the pick, I'm looking at a backup center in Jalen Smith.
Like him, Maryland.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I mean, he's 6'10", 7'2" wingspan, rebounding about 9 rebounds per game, which is what they need. They need someone besides Karl Anthony Towns that can rebound. So if they do trade the pick and get Rubio, I'm okay with it. No issues there. But I'd like for them to get at least another center who can help rebound the ball.
So, if I were the Timberwolves, do not trade for Ricky Rubio. Man, OKC has all them damn draft picks. Stop doing it.
My question is, if you trade a 17th pick for Ricky Rubio, does that mean he has to start then? And then what happens to Edwards? I mean, does Edward come off the bench then?
Probably, probably, but eventually, I mean, it is a 72 game season.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't see, reason for him not starting, for him starting or not starting. You have a 72 game season. You're gonna get your minutes. When you're in your minutes, show it. No one can. I mean, Dame Leonard can play like all game if he wants.
Yeah.
But if you trade for Ricky Rubio, Edwards may sit on the bench. Nothing wrong with that. I think he's a player who understands, okay, I'll be here. I'll wait when my name calls, I'll go up and show up. Yeah, if they trade for it, I'm okay with Rubio. But I really like to see a center in Jalen Smith, which I think they need.
Because Jalen can also stretch the floor, though. He's pushing out his range, the 3-point range, too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so
also brings another body in,
Yeah.
another big body when Pals is in foul trouble.
to this number 6 pick with the Kongwu, who does he play? I mean, is he going to back up Capella now? Because
He'll
now
back up.
you have, you still have Capella, you have Collins, unless you're going to trade one of them.
Yeah, you could.
So
I think it's probably better that, I mean, if they possibly could trade Capella or John Collins, but I think you want someone like him to sit back and develop and take his time to get ready.
by the way, not to cut off, I have a comment here. It says, I think D'Lo and Edward could be a hell of a 1-2 combo. Rubio would be nice to come off the bench to keep the ball flowing. I agree with that.
No, the way he puts it in that terms, like I said, whether you come off the bench or not, you're going to get your minutes. Rubio's a veteran, he understands it as well. So that, that's a good comment in that. I agree with that. If Rubio does come off the bench, it'll keep the ball flowing, get that rotation, which is what I want to get the players involved. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's just interesting that you would trade the 17th pick for a backup.
Pistons pick is in. They had the number 7 overall pick. We'll come
NBA.
back. And the Pistons pick up Killian Hayes, the first international player to be picked up. He's from France, point guard.
Good pickup. D Rose's contract's expiring.
He played with Ratio Farm, ULM in Germany. And he's a crafty playmaker is one of his strengths. The Pistons need all the help that they can get.
I like their team.
You have them possibly getting rid of Christian Wood, which I think they should keep him.
I think they'll
He
resign
looks
him.
like he has a good, vision for playmaking. I know he's relatively young. He won the gold medal with the U16 French team, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
An upside. He is an upside.
Yeah.
Thoughts on that pick?
I mean, they need a point guard eventually because D Rose his contract expiring. I think he's last year $13 million, so they could either trade him.
He was in Minnesota.
Mm-mm.
No, they traded.
He's gone. He left Minnesota a while back.
I forgot they traded him. That was last year. He was in Minnesota, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Continue.
Yeah, so they got Killian to eventually take over the reins at point guard when they're ready. They got Luke Kennard right now. Hopefully, he battled arthritis, I think, in his knees. But he said he's okay. So I mean, and he developed really nicely. And then you've got Christian Wood. Obviously, it's his contract's up. We'll see if they re-sign him. Hopefully, they do. And man, what's my man's name? They drafted him last year, I think. Oh man, Dom. He reminds me.
No. Design? Is that what he's trying to say?
No. He reminds me of Pascal Siakam.
Who you? Who are you talking about?
Detroit's pick he's like a small forward, power forward, versatile wing.
6'9", 217 pounds, I bet.
Yeah.
Musa, is it Musa?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
I'm looking at their roster right now. Jordan Bones,
His initials are
Sokogu.
SD. His initials are SD. Sekou Dumboya, or
Sekou Doumbouya. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
just came to me right now. I was like, dude, what is his name? And then I always remember Dragon Ball, Deborah. So I'm like, oh, it's close to that. I remember. But yeah. So I like their team. It's young. It's exciting. Something to be a little bit happier about.
Right.
Obviously, you don't know what to do with Blake. He's just chilling there.
There's some talks about trying to trade him to Golden State. That's probably not going to happen now.
Mm-mm.
So,
New York is now on the clock, right? The Knicks.
New York is on the clock. The Knicks, the sullen Knicks.
You know, I think the Knicks might have had worse record.
No, they didn't.
No? Oh, no, they actually got a chance. Yeah, they get a chance.
Right.
Another team that needs Jesus.
The Knicks are like the Dallas Cowboys, a storied franchise that they're not good. They're an accident waiting to happen.
Yeah.
I want
It's
Steve
amazing they
Nash to
make so much
suffer
money.
as long as he wants the Cowboys to suffer anyway.
It's amazing they make so much money being losers year in and year out.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're the highest
Yeah.
paid they're the highest valued franchise. I had a question from Saddam Hudave.
That's a
That
big
Dave.
Big
Hey,
Dave.
where my donuts at?
He said, where my donuts at? Oh, he moved.
Oh, you did?
He out of here. He said, should the Knicks trade for Russ? He laughed at the donuts. Should the Knicks trade for Russ? I'm going to say no, because granted, now you have a guy who could be a playmaker, but I mean, he can shoot all the shots that you want to. So, I mean, that would be good for him, but I don't think he wants to go for to a team where they're just going to suck.
It depends. If it's like a salary dump and the Knicks are just taking on his contract and maybe Houston attaches something to it, then I would take it. But if you have to give up assets for Russ, I wouldn't do it. I would rather see what RJ Barrett has.
Right. Knicks pick is in. Let's see.
Jesus Christ with the pick.
And they pick Obi Toppin.
Ooh, there we go. Later,
Obi
Julius
Toppin is
Randle.
crying because he does not want to go to New York.
Later, Julius Randle.
Congrats to Obi Toppin, man. He's
Good
now
luck.
a New York Knicks. Well, hey, I will say that he will add some excitement to the Knicks franchise, which is good. Will they win? Probably not, but he's definitely a very excited player to have.
He is.
On the
He'll be
team.
instant offense, mature.
Oh, yeah.
He'll step
Right.
in right away and be able to score.
And I'm reading that the Knicks were actually considering about moving up on the draft to secure him. So it kind of worked on their favor that he fell all the way to, or I guess that they were able to draft him at number 8.
Yeah. And then for a lot of comparisons, I know a lot of mock draft people have compared him to shades of Amari Stoudemire. So Knicks obviously had him at one time. So
I think he's a little bit better of a shooter.
yeah.
too. Alejandro, what hold on before that. Mr. Mr. Dave said the Knicks need to clear house as much as Jerry Jones needs to fire himself as GM. He is absolutely correct.
Bars.
Yep. Yep, that's absolutely right. Now, Alejandro, do we have any word from Mr. Stephen A. Smith, who is the biggest Knicks fan, or Mr. Max Kellerman? What do they think about this pick that you've seen so far?
Actually, let me just look that up real quick.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to.
I think Steven is happy.
Because you're right about that.
Look at Lou Alcindor.
Lou Alcindor.
Yeah, all young.
While he's looking at that, we got the next pick. Well, now
Wizards.
looking at the 10th pick, Phoenix. What do you guys think about Booker and Chris Paul? They're together.
Well, wait a minute.
Phoenix.
Wait a minute. You can't just jump over the 9th.
Okay.
We haven't even hit Washington yet.
Hey, you asked me a question about Minnesota at 17 earlier.
Brand's not here. Let's go ahead and skip it.
Man,
He's already gonna lose John Wall.
Yeah, not with that contract though.
Yeah,
You see that John Wall for Russell Westbrook trade? I was like, oh my god.
that was crazy. No, I mean, go ahead with the 10th.
Nah, what do y'all
the
think?
show, Norby? Go ahead.
I know. Hey, it's not ruined. You still got time.
This is the stats versus Norby. This is stats versus stacks.
Yeah, you got Phoenix at 10th pick. Their their pick was Okor, if I pronounced that right. Isaac Okor, but he's gone. You know, so who does Phoenix pick up now to complement Booker and CP3?
So you've got 3 positions locked up for sure. Ayton, CP3, and Booker. Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson, I believe, are your question marks. Can they make a leap?
Curveball I'm going to throw at you.
Here we go. Another victim in the chat.
Uh-oh. Looks like we got, before I do that, we got to welcome the man.
Here we
the
go.
man is here. Cut man. Mr.
Flipper
Daniel Garcia. What's going on, bro?
Did I just hear Greg call me a victim, man? I don't know. I've been a lot of things in my life.
Hero.
I've stabbed myself with my own sword, but I've never been a victim of somebody else's. So,
There we go.
Yeah.
Talk your
What's
talk.
going on, guys? Are we live right now?
We are live,
Live
brother.
since
We
you've
are live.
been born.
Did I just interrupt the show?
You're all good.
You just
Danny
made
G,
it better.
we got, of course, G-Reg. There's my boy Norby. Norby is Danny G.
What's going on, brother?
And
How's it going?
we got Mr. Alejandro. Alejandro is Daniel.
What's going on,
What's up,
everybody?
man?
A couple
How you
new
doing?
faces here.
Hey, I should have brought my glasses out. I feel like I left out. I was like, dang, man.
Hey, man, it's cool. You don't want to have to wear glasses, brother.
I probably need them, bro. Honestly. I just don't want
All
to
right, so I am loading up the draft right now.
Right.
I got my dual screen monitors working, so if it looks like I'm looking
Full
away.
screen. Here we go.
Dang, 2 screens.
Yeah.
2 screens.
I feel a little too bougie, but sometimes it works.
Nothing wrong with being bad and bougie, son. Nothing
So
wrong.
what's going on? Give me the recap, guys.
Well, so for recapping real quick, number 1, Anthony Edwards went to Minnesota. Number 2, James Wiseman to the Warriors. Number 3, LaMelo Ball went to the Hornets.
I did see that one.
Number 4 was the Bulls. They drafted Patrick Williams. Number 5 was
Cleveland?
Cleveland.
Isaac.
Cleveland
Okoro.
drafted Isaac Okoro. Number 6 was the Hawks. They drafted
There you
Onyeka Okongwu from USC. Number 7 was the
Detroit.
Detroit Pistons. They drafted the Killian Hayes from France, the point guard. Number 8 was the Knicks. They
Knicks.
drafted Obi Toppin. Right now, number 9
And
is
then
Washington.
Washington on the clock.
Washington.
All right, so
Let's see who they got. Hold on. And Washington selects Denny Avdija. Oh, okay.
Israel.
They need that small forward position filled up. They've been looking for it for a long time with Otto Porter, Kelly Oubre.
Mhm.
And honestly, they really haven't had bad. Kelly Oubre hasn't been bad. Otto Porter hasn't been bad, but they haven't really had that guy yet, right?
Yeah.
Right. And Denny is also a guy that many has looked to possibly be a whatchamacallit, another guy like Luka.
Oh,
I knew you were gonna go with the Luka comparison.
Yeah.
European light skinned dudes, right? I mean, that's pretty much what it is. But he is 6'9".
Yeah, I like the Gallup comparison more.
That's what I was gonna say.
I don't really see him. I don't know if he's going to be able to be on the perimeter. I mean, on the small forward position.
Right. I mean, I wonder how Brand feels about this. This is Brand's team, but of course, he's
Rocker. Shout out to Brand.
he's working. But Denny, we'll see. We'll see. Him with John Wall and Beal could work. It really, really, this could work. And I forgot about Thomas Bryant, who's also a young center who might be one of the better centers in the league.
And Rory Hachimura.
And Rui, yeah. They could actually be decent. They could be a decent squad. They just got to work on that bench. Well, they have Bertans. Okay. All right, Washington. Let me find out y'all might be back in the playoffs, making about the 6th seed.
That's fine, man. I've always enjoyed Washington as a team. They've been a fun team to watch, but just have not been very good.
It's like
Been great to watch, but they just suck.
I mean, they've been fun to watch. Going back to the days of Gilbert Arenas. I mean, they've always had fun characters. They've always had good shooters and an exciting team. But
Gilbert was really a shooter.
Hasn't gotten him anything. I was about to describe him as the guy who pulled out that gun in the locker room.
Comes with a strap included when you sign the contract.
Hey man, when you come in, you got coming hot.
Absolutely.
They don't call him a sharpshooter for nothing.
Absolutely. So now we can talk about the Phoenix Suns. Alejandro, they need to get somebody to replace Kelly Oubre. That's what they really, really need to do because he was a big loss for that Phoenix team. So knowing that, who do you think that they should try to go for that's left on the draft? And we have Tyrese Halliburton as a point guard. Devin Vassell as a shooting guard. I think Vassell might be the guy to go for. But,
a shooting guard, right?
Yeah, Vassell. If not, the thing I was going to throw to you guys, could be, I would say maybe even go after Cole Anthony. Maybe go after Cole Anthony and throw him in there to possibly be a future if the whole Chris Paul thing doesn't work out.
We need to load manage Chris Paul as much as possible. So I definitely need a guard to give him a blow.
Right.
Come off the bench would be preferably good.
Right. And by the way, to all, look like we might be able to get some donuts tonight.
Oh, Big Dave coming clutch.
Big Dave coming clutch with the donuts.
Hey, tell Dave I'm mad at him. He left me hanging on Twitter. Didn't even respond.
Oh,
hater,
Dave,
dude.
how you gonna leave Greg hanging on? But yeah, man. I think Cole Anthony might be the guy for Phoenix to pick. I think that might be the guy. So we shall see. But Alejandro, that's what I was going to ask you. Do you think Cole Anthony? Do you think somebody else like Vassell? What do you?
I don't know, I think you might be right with Cole Anthony. I mean, he's of course, because he got injured, people, he's been falling in the draft, but you might be right about him. And then what Greg was saying about, giving CP3 some rest, he'd be an asset there for that. So give him a shot and just go ahead with him.
Absolutely.
Now, my question to y'all is, so we got CP3 and Booker now. We got the backcourt. Do you feel, out and Ayton at the center? So if they're truly going to make a run and try to go for it, be contender, do you feel comfortable with their wing and power forward or what they got?
Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges, right?
Yeah.
Young players. Mikal Bridges he's worked his way to being. He's continuing to work his way to being a good, reliable wing player. And Cam Johnson can shoot the damn ball.
Yeah.
So as a young core outside of Chris Paul, obviously he's older. They went 8 on the bubble last seen.
Yeah.
So I think they'll be fine. Danny G, what do you think?
So I'm just trying to get all my stuff set up. So apparently there was a leak the Suns are probably going to go Halliburton, which is what it seems like.
Okay. So they are gonna go Halliburton. Hey,
Okay.
leaking too. No leagues, Daniel. No leagues.
I'm on Twitter right now, man. I'm sorry.
No leagues. So is Alejandro and Norby. No leagues.
Bro, y'all
Hey, man, you gotta be breaking in this industry, brother. You know, if you're on time, then you're one step behind.
I feel you. Go ahead, Alejandro. What do you see?
Jalen Smith.
Like,
J.R. Smith?
Jalen Smith.
Oh, Jalen Smith. Oh, I think you said J.R. Smith. I was like,
No. Jalen Smith from Maryland, 6'10". Let's see. Floor spacing, shot blocking. You know, he's a big man.
Yeah.
It's a good size for a power forward. So I guess they're going with that.
they're going with Jalen Smith. So, Danny G, you were wrong.
I don't know.
I'm faking
I'm
his
trying,
brain.
I have like 10 windows open right now. I got
Now
John
we don't make excuses.
I got Hollinger on Twitter basically saying the league is going to fine Sauber for failing to leak his pick at 10, and then someone said he's going with Halliburton,
All right, well, hold on. Let's see.
and then somebody says,
Yep, Jalen Smith was the pick. Power forward from Maryland.
I'm firing my sources, man. Twitter's lying to me.
Oh, there goes the center I was looking at.
Yeah, he's a center power forward combo. The only thing I worry about is he has tiny legs, and I worry about how much size he can put on to hang with the bigger guys.
Doesn't Bobo have tiny legs?
Yeah, but
Hey, don't talk.
Hey, look, I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
don't touch the bobo. That's Marshall guy right there.
You know about my ball. Don't do that to me now. What do we think about this pick, guys?
It's the Spurs right here, right?
I like it because it picks if you want to go big with Ayton and Jalen Smith and maybe Cam Johnson can't handle whoever's the power forward, then you have the option to do that. And he still offers the floor spacing that Cam Johnson offers.
Right. Absolutely. So now with the Spurs, I mean, what are we
Let's
gonna
go.
do? What are we gonna do, man?
Draft the next Kawhi. That's what we're gonna do.
Sheesh.
That's what we do over here.
Yeah, right.
This guy, Spurs fan, I'm already upset.
I am a
He
Spurs
hasn't
fan.
even come in yet. Already mad.
I mean, Halliburton has dropped
I'm taking Halliburton.
already.
Honestly,
You don't need another guard, but he should have been off the board
I
already.
don't care.
Like
I'm taking him.
3 picks ago. I mean, you got to go
We
best
got
man
two
available right here. Right?
guards as it is.
I'm taking the best talent. I'm taking Halliburton.
No, you're not doing. No.
I think they should, man. Honestly, like I get it, but they need a next generation dude. They need somebody that's going to take that. I don't know if Halliburton's that guy, but they're really good at developing those types of guys, right? I mean,
To me, he's a better version of Dejounte Murray.
You're not contending this year, anyways. So why not? Start that process with the legit dude.
Obviously, you can go Naismith. Maybe he can find a way to play defense because he has a great shot. Oh, Devin Vassell, man. Oh, please, God.
That's what I was about to say.
Dear
Devin
God, I
Vassell.
forgot about the Vassell. Oh,
Yeah, he's there too. So
Yeah,
Please.
that's who the Spurs will probably go with.
please.
I'm quite sure.
Even though I think he's more of a shooting guard than small forward.
The last time the Spurs missed the playoffs, Dominique Wilkins was there.
Jesus.
What year was
George
it?
Washington was president. Abraham
What was
Lincoln.
it, 94?
No, 96,
Look at Pop.
97.
Looking like Pete Carroll out there. with
Wilkins played that late? Damn, I thought he retired before that.
Big Dave went down.
Yeah, 90. This last time Spurs was 1997. So yeah, gas was $1.22 a gallon.
Dude, if we don't hit that Duncan pick, we are so a different organization.
You ain't lying.
I was going to say, like, you guys got freaking lucky getting that first pick that year.
What was that? My man's name?
That was Tiger Woods' first
If we would have got
major.
Keith Van Horn, oh my God.
Cuba Gooding Jr. had the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor. And Jerry
Show me the
Maguire.
money.
That's right.
Titanic released. Oh my
I think
god.
all of us were born in '97.
Tiger Woods first major.
Were you guys?
I was
Dude, I was
90
8 years old in 1997.
I was 4.
I remember watching that title. Like, that was one of my first championship game memories. It was right after the Jordan Bulls.
True. I was 4. Alejandro, how old were you in '97?
You don't want to know how old I was in '97.
Oh,
Dude, if they
I was
draft
14 in
Vassell right now,
'97.
you were 14 in '97?
if they draft,
No shit.
Mm-hmm.
I would have
Yeah,
never guessed.
I would have never guessed.
I'm not used to being around people that are older than me, man.
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah,
they
I was
would-
born
Well,
in
I was 8,
'83.
so you're 37.
I'm 37. Yeah.
Sorry for
I
shouting
never-
out to everybody your age.
or Vassell.
Look good for 37, right?
Correct.
I don't care what's going on right now. I'm just trying to focus on the Spurs.
Greg is like,
This is the future of
whatever.
our franchise right now.
Give me Vessel.
Give me
He's like, give me different people.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, right now he's rated as the number 2
bro.
What did the
best
Spurs want with
player
Cole-
still available in the draft. So
Right. What did the Spurs want with Cole Anthony, Greg? I hope not.
Ah, I would.
Why would you?
I would try to sell that.
Say, go for Halliburton. Go for the best. Go for the best talent, which I don't want either one of them.
Cole Anthony is definitely not the best talent.
I know, but
But here's why I like Twitter. So Hollinger, this is one of my favorite analysis of the night so far on this last pick, on the Jalen Smith pick. And he says, anytime you can use a lottery pick to get a backup caliber player at the league's least valuable position, you got to do it, right?
Ooh, bars.
That's a pretty big diss right here.
Yeah.
But like I said, the Spurs need player development and a backup power forward / center, which now my only hope is to get Azubuike in round 2.
Hey, we can do it, but right now I'm focused. I don't really mind Vassell or
Yeah.
Halliburton.
Remember,
Those
they've
two I'll be
also
happy.
Precious. They had Precious Achiuwa.
Oh, Precious he was attached.
Yeah,
to
from Memphis.
Memphis. Yep, he's a power forward.
That's what I was looking at right now.
I mean, Naismith's a flamethrower.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see what the
bad
pick
first
is
three.
right now on National. Alejandro Daniel, no, do not tell me.
Tim Duncan.
All right, let's see. And then they need to trade for Jahlil Okafor. All right, I'm quiet. Yep, they drafted Devin Vassell.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Spurs in 4. You heard it. All you haters, we back. We back, baby. It's over. See you in the championship in 2 years later. Let's go, baby.
Okay.
It says they wanted Williams, but Vassell was their number 2.
Okay, so Greg, we were spot on with it.
Yeah.
We were spot on with it. Okay, well, this is a guy that can shoot
And play defense.
and play defense. So,
Long, athletic. Came from a good program in Florida State.
right. So, G-Reg, you going to hate me for saying this, man.
Bro, stop trying to trade Derek White, bro.
You got to.
I'm
You
getting
got
really
to.
sick and
You
tired.
got to get rid of Derek White
We're
in 2
trying
years.
to win a championship.
In 2 years, you got to get rid of Derek White, man. You have
Bro,
What?
man, I support Greg. Why are you gonna get rid of Derek White?
Dude,
in 2
Why?
years because you're gonna have both Lonnie and Vassell. Man, you have to get rid of Derek White unless he's gonna play your backup PG.
bro.
Yeah, I don't think you gotta get rid of Derek White.
If he's gonna play your backup PG, fine. Then Lonnie starts.
DeJounte Murray hasn't even shown me he could start.
I feel you, but regardless, probably gonna keep Murray.
Yeah, because we
But-
already paid him.
That's right. So I mean, if you
And,
have Derek White
he's
as
with
your backup,
LeBron's agent, so if we don't start him, he's going to get traded.
right? But I
And he
mean,
has a shoe deal out of nowhere.
right. Derek White will probably now, because we're trying to get rid of Patty Mills, back up DeJounte, and then you'll have Vassell maybe be the number 2 off the bench.
I want to see if they try to play Vassell at small forward. He's a shooting guard to me, but
Right.
he does have kind of lengthy where he might be able to play small forward. I don't know.
Dak could just said another damn guard. We're screwed. Yeah.
You draft him until you draft the right one, until you get your Donovan Mitchell, until you get your Devin Booker, till you get that. And this draft that's where the talent is. The talent was not in centers. It wasn't in what positions we needed. So you draft the best available, and that was Vassell.
Right.
And if Lonnie pans out, then we're great, and then we can trade Vassell, Derek White, whoever. But if Lonnie Walker doesn't pan out, we have a backup plan.
I mean,
And Greg just spitting facts right now.
Bars, man.
look,
Greg hasn't taken a breath since I got on this podcast, man.
Bro, I'm on so much
He
caffeine right
just
now, bro.
freestyling off the top of his dome.
Caffeine and chicken sandwich, bro.
That
I'm on
Let me
one.
get you an endorsement deal, man.
caffeine, was that just straight black coffee?
Like my heart.
look, if Vassell pans out as being a good defender, I mean, that's something that we need. My issue with Derek White is his mobility.
Greatness, Marshall. His greatness. Is that what your problem is with him?
His mobility as a defender, because he can
He's
take
our best
charges.
defender.
No, that's not saying much. He takes charges, but guarding somebody straight up, no. Period. No.
Marshall,
If
he's
Vassell-
basically Kyle Lowry, Malcolm Brogdon light.
No.
That's exactly who he is.
All right, the Kings pick is in.
My man.
And the Kings pick Tyrese Halliburton.
Burton. Yeah.
I was going to say they had to.
Later, buddy.
They're talent star. They need the best player available no matter what, no matter if they have.
You got a flowered up suit too.
He's
I just want to
basically-
shout out ESPN right now. Your website is trash for draft coverage. Hired me to reload this. I mean, a guy can't look at a team's
Dang, look at that
roster.
suit.
look at who's available and look at the picks that have already happened at the same time. This is absolutely atrocious. ESPN. I expect better than you.
Halliburton's confident, man. Look at that suit.
Comment from Dak Cuz said, my issue is Spurs always take good rookies and send them to the G League instead of letting them get experience and show their worth. I mean, he ain't lying with that.
There's a reason why we go to the G League. We develop people. We develop mindsets, not only mentally, but physically.
Mhm.
We need to see if when you're pushed against adversity, can you come up clutch? Do you want to succeed? Do you want to be great? Do you want to earn your minutes? If you do, you will go to the G League and you will work your hardest and come up and grind. And we want to see who can do it and who can't.
Well,
Damn, Greg just motivated me to go try out for the G League.
Let's go, baby.
Damn. Let's go.
Bro, like these players need to
First
start
team,
hiring you
baby.
to be their freaking mental coach, man.
Yeah.
That was exciting.
all right. I mean,
Hey, real quick, go talk to Klay Thompson real quick. Give him a little bit. Give him a little bit of that mentality.
hold on real quick, because now we're going to have somebody on with us here. Live with us. We got that man, Dak Cuz.
Oh,
Oh, what's up?
If y'all
oh, what's up?
Light. Can you hear us? I don't know if you can hear us. Can you hear us?
Oh, me?
Yeah, you. So, talk to this man, G-Reg. Why don't you think that the Spurs made a good pick?
Well, first, let's stop looking at the damn ceiling fan.
There we go. I had to get this on.
Oh, there we go. Show the fit.
Yes. So, why don't you think the Spurs made a good pick as the Pelicans are now on the clock?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like we got so many guards already. We got DeJounte, you got Derek White. Granted, we're getting rid of Patty Mills probably, but we still got who else is there? Who did I say? Derek White, DeJounte Murray, Lonnie Walker. Who else? Fuck, I feel like I'm missing somebody.
Oh, Bryn Ford's out of there, so.
Brantford should be out of there, but he might still
kind
be
of like
there.
a guard position. Like,
Oh, the DeRozan. Hopefully he's out of there too.
who else you got? Keldon Johnson.
Keldon Johnson's good.
He's good. I like him. I feel like he needs to get more PT.
He will.
You will.
Hopefully. Should have been getting it after Dejounte averaging, freaking turnovers, like 10 turnovers a game.
So my question to you, LJ, should the Spurs trade Derek White in the next year or so? I don't think
I don't know, because I feel like Derek White was having a better season than Dejounte was.
Facts.
I feel you, but I feel like his trade value is higher because I don't think he's gonna get any better than he already has. I feel like he's reached his ceiling. But before you answer, Alejandro, your thoughts on that?
On
Derek White, do you think that he has more to, he'll improve more? Or you think he's kind of reached his ceiling?
I think he can improve more.
You think that he can improve more?
Yeah, he's got a lot of talent. I really think that he is one of the players, and I also like Lonnie Walker. I think they both, especially Lonnie Walker, has been developing a lot through the past year. So those two players can be the foundation of the Spurs, for the future. So yeah, I would keep Derek White.
Okay.
With the Spurs.
Okay.
And I'm reading, by the way, that Devin Vassell. Interesting fact, I guess, when he got to Florida State University, he only had 3 offers back in college.
Oh
yeah.
He only had 3
Like
offers.
200th in the nation coming into this past year.
Yeah,
Right.
he only had an offer from Stetson in North Florida, and then Florida State University, of course, and now he's a lottery pick. So that goes to show you the amount of work he's put in to make
Right.
it to this level. So that's something to look forward to for you guys, Spurs fan, that especially he's going to come into a program into a system that is going to develop him even more. So if he's already got that mindset of working hard, and he's proven that right now with making it to the draft lottery, it's something to look forward to, definitely for
agree.
you guys. Personally.
And I feel like this is a Spurs guy in the rough, because Spurs always seem to find a
Yeah.
certain guy in the rough that I think he can make a difference, which is why I'm excited about it. But again, that will kind of crowd that backcourt. So eventually you are going to have to let somebody go, whether it be Dejounte or Derek White. I said Derek White only because I think the Spurs could get a little bit more for him, because I think that he's kind of reached his ceiling to me. But it is remain to be seen, because maybe Dejounte has a crap season and Derek White takes his spot. It could happen. So we will see.
How old is Derek White?
Derek White is 27, or he will be 27. DeJounte is 21 or 22. That's the only reason why I'm like,
that's
Yeah, he's not going to improve very much after 27 years
That's
old.
a good point, though.
I'm sorry.
That's a good point.
that's my whole reason why I'm kind of like, trade him now and you can get a little bit more for him.
Yeah,
we
that's
saw
a good
him
point.
go. He shot about 6 or 8 threes in the bubble at a high
Right.
clip. So if he can do that on a regular basis
If
and play
this
lockdown
projection-
defense like he does,
Right.
I'm in.
Right. So we will see.
I still think you need to kind of get rid of LaMarcus Aldridge. He's kind
Oh, for sure.
Of course.
He's just not the same player he was like in Portland.
I agree.
He's soft.
And he's been talking about going to Portland for like 2 years already.
All right. Hold on real quick. The Pelicans pick is in.
Like, bro, if you want to go to Portland, go to Portland.
This is an interesting choice.
Pelicans take Kira Lewis Jr., point guard from Alabama.
Ooh,
A
really
point guard,
really elite speed.
they needed a big guy, man. I guess there wasn't anybody.
So they got.
I wonder if
Lonzo
they
and
took him
Bledsoe.
to kind of replace Drew Holiday when he left.
They might get rid of Lonzo.
Yeah.
And then also they weren't very happy with Lonzo in the bubble. So
That's true. That is true.
They picked up Bledsoe. Now they drafted a point guard.
Right.
Mhm.
And White apparently is very fast. He's got elite speed, so he can definitely help them push the ball. How tall is he? Anybody?
he's 6'3", 165 pounds. So he's kind of
6'3",
small.
165 pounds?
Yeah.
I weigh more than him.
He reminds me of Dennis
yeah.
Schroeder.
Dennis Schroeder? Okay.
Really fast player, really offensive, grinded.
Okay. Interesting. Well, we'll see how he pans out. I
They
think
want
that's
to run with Ingram and Zion. This is the perfect guy to run with.
right. Because I personally thought that somehow they would try to make a trade for LaMelo and have like a LaMelo, Lonzo, Zion, if they could get Bobo on their team.
And then
Which-
Jello sneaks in.
LeVar Ball is this
Jello.
Heck
big
no.
three.
Heck no. So now we got Boston on the clock right now.
They should go high
Ooh.
ceiling player.
But this is a team that is a phenomenal drafting team.
They usually go
Year in
win.
and year out, they have been on the money with a lot of their picks.
They're the team that tricked Philly into drafting.
Yeah.
What's his face?
Fultz.
Markel Foot.
Yeah, Markel Fultz.
Well, they didn't know that he was going to have a injury, like or
Yeah,
mind thing.
and then have a mental breakdown.
Paul George got it
essentially,
apparently
right?
too.
Well, I get that, but I'm just
He got
saying.
the yips. Hey, don't be talking about my Paul George.
He got the He got that
Playoff
Fultz
P,
injury,
all right?
son. He got that Fultz
Pandemic P
injury,
came back.
hitting the side of the backboard.
Pandemic P.
Bro, when you hit the side of the backboard and you used to be Paul George,
Yeah, you ain't lying. Everybody coming at his neck.
and then
Hey,
he's talking, dude. He's talking on Instagram, but what are you doing?
Yeah,
And
man.
he put up 30 points in the second to last game.
And then he forgot how
Aw,
to
that's
play.
cute.
And then they all forgot how to play basketball, and Doc Rivers forgot he was the coach of that team. I don't want to talk about it. It's
What was crazy is that
too close.
everybody looked scared out there. Everybody looked.
I don't want to talk about it. I'm having flashbacks, and it's gonna make me cry on air. And I can't do that.
Yeah, Daniel.
Going back to Boston.
If y'all guys don't, I'm a Clippers fan. I'm just
Trying
talking
to make a grown man
smack.
cry on-
I'm used to my soul is black and my heart is hardened from following the Bengals and the Clippers my whole entire.
At least you have Joe Burrow. At least you have Joe Burrow now.
Yeah. There's some light at the end of the
And T.
tunnel.
Higgins.
Knowing my luck and what's going to happen is Joe Burrow is probably going to tear both ACLs because our offensive line
Oh
is
my
absolutely
God.
terrible.
Golly.
I'm knocking on wood.
So you know how Kansas City, they had that one fan that just left and they ended up winning? Maybe you should just
Maybe you're the
boycott
secret
watching the
to-
games and then your Bengals will win.
maybe
Yeah,
you're the
that's
secret
I
to
can't
winning,
do-
Steve.
I can't do it, man. I can't do it.
Then you just hurting them.
I like the pain, man. You know, like every year, like
He said, "I
you
like
know,
the pain."
from the Clippers, you know, back when they had Lob City, all those bad losses that they have with 3-1 up on the Rockets going back,
Ugh.
and then you know I think it was the following year
Josh
the Bengals they were doing really good, 5 straight playoff first round exits.
That's
And then
Marvin
they have
Lewis's
the
fault.
Pittsburgh game, and then you have the Clippers game. I mean that was perfect Clippers. I expected them to do that because that just is that's my life, man.
Yeah.
It's not them, it's me. I'm giving them bad luck. Maybe you're right.
Let me know how that goes for you. Hey, going back to Boston, did Gordon Hayward did he pick up the contract?
Who?
They extended his
They extended it?
Yeah, they didn't extend it. They gave him more of a window to see what he wants to do.
Oh, for
Okay.
him, they're giving him till tomorrow.
Yeah,
All right, so knowing that, you gave him a window for him to think about it. Do you pursue someone within his position, or do you look elsewhere?
I'd trade him for.
Who are you talking about right now? I'm sorry.
Gordon Hayward.
How about Gordon Hayward? Boston's on clock.
He needs a
That's
fresh
what
start.
it kind
Falcons
of
or
that's what it
something.
looks like they're doing.
Hold on. Go ahead, LJ.
I say Gordon Hayward is not the same player. I really don't think Boston needs him at all.
I agree. They don't need him. They don't need
They
him.
don't. They just. I don't know what he's doing there. I don't know if they're just keeping him for salary cap, maybe a trade or whatever. But he's not the same player ever since he broke his leg.
If I'm Boston, I draft Cole Anthony.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, they need bench scoring.
Yes, they do. And they traded with Memphis and somebody else, so they have the 14th, 26th, and 30th pick.
Damn.
So they're gonna get some people.
I feel like they're gonna go wing again or high potential players.
Do they need I think they need a big, don't they?
Yeah,
They do need a big.
They do.
But is there any bigs available that are worth it at this point?
They also could use some shooting, so they could go after Sadiq Bey.
Damn.
We'll give him the Marcus Aldridge for some food stamps.
Half-eaten sandwich, whatever, man. Just get him out of here. God
Man.
bless, please.
Oh, RJ Hampton is still out there too. So they.
Oh
could
yeah,
go-
they like RJ Hampton too. I've seen
Mhm.
reports that they liked him.
So I think that's a pretty good choice what they're gonna make. I'm living in the future, guys, so I'm just gonna act.
Come on, bro. You
I'm
gotta
living in Adrian Waj's land right now. He already has the next 2 picks up. He already knows
Yeah.
who got picked by
Alejandro knows
who
too.
Orlando is gonna pick.
It's
Or
supposed to be a live reaction
Trying to pick.
video, man. We're trying to get views. You guys over here cheating, bro.
For real.
Is this
Hey,
If
well,
we don't
what can we say? The
then they're
information
just
just
gonna go to-
flows.
then they're
Yes,
just
it
gonna
just
go to Twitter,
flows.
man. They're like,
Boston
why am I
winning
gonna watch these guys? They're
Aaron
2 minutes
Nesmith.
behind.
From
Oh, there we go.
Vanderbilt.
Flamethrower, Naismith.
That's what I'm saying. They got that wing position.
Yeah.
That small forward.
Hey, Smith.
Hey, y'all are just cheating the system.
Yeah, Naismith. 6'6", 213 pounds.
Oh gosh.
Basically, you got your Duncan Robinson.
Yeah.
Politics out of sports. Keep politics out of sports.
Uh,
Don't want to upset no Karens or Kevins out there.
Politics out of sports. Politics and sports have been intertwined since the beginning of time.
yeah.
But that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about some NBA draft action.
Yes, sir. So,
All
All right,
yes,
so what do you guys so far think? We're about midway through the first round
mhm.
ish.
No, you're right.
What's your best and worst pick so far? Because I missed the first few picks, so I didn't really hear you guys' analysis. What's your best and worst pick so far?
Best pick is James Wiseman to the damn Warriors. That was my best pick. I mean,
You know what it's about.
that's what I think.
So you think that's the best pick?
so
G-Ray?
far.
I really
is
don't
that
care
so?
what other teams did. I really don't give a shit. They're all dead to me, bro.
You just pretend to talk about it, right?
I'm just trying to get clout. I'm just really.
What happened? You don't have the I need money tag on there no more. What happened? Did you come into
Oh,
some
I still
money?
need money. I definitely still need
Sell a
money.
kidney?
I definitely still
You
need.
should sell a kid.
I started to GoFundMe for you, man. But I shouldn't have posted a picture of you up on there because once I did, man, everybody was like, "Nah, I'm good."
Dang.
Ah, damn.
I'm
Man,
joking, brother.
what's with the Flames today? Sheesh.
Me and him got that style, man. He's a free flowing, quick witted dude. I got to keep him on his toes, man. I expected him to come back at me with something.
Well,
All I
y'all
gotta say
definitely
is
got the beard
Clippers
war
choked.
going on. I
All
see
I gotta
that.
say is the Clippers choked.
You see, that's why.
That's all I gotta say.
Smack about my Clippers.
Hey, but
Clippers did choke.
Daniel,
Jokes on you because I already knew that.
Daniel, to answer your question, I think it was Wiseman.
Wiseman?
Alejandro, who do you
What's
think?
up, Alejandro? What do you think, bro?
Let's see. First one was Anthony
Mm-hmm.
Edwards, right?
Yes.
I'll probably agree with you, Wiseman. Yeah, Wiseman to the Warriors. And the worst, I don't think there's a worst. I mean, everything has been kind of no real surprise there.
Patrick Williams.
Patrick, do you think that was a surprise, Patrick Williams?
That was the surprise with Patrick.
Yeah.
Williams. That was a surprise. I agree.
I mean,
Him
recently
going that early, yeah.
we heard reports coming like into the day that he was rising really fast,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't really think he was gonna go like. Would he go 4?
You went for
He went 4. Yeah,
Chicago. Yeah.
Chicago. Yeah.
Honestly, I think Halliburton.
Hey, I got news. Ricky Rubio's officially traded to the Wolves.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
We're getting
Welcome
Rubio back.
Ricky Rubio.
Yes, I see that.
Bring Zach Levine too, so just bring them all back.
Hey, go ahead and trade for Wiggins too.
There we go.
Hey, there's only so much I can take, right?
That'd be wild,
they-
dude.
So they're getting Rubio, the 25th and 28th picks for a package that includes the number 17 pick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Remember what they did back in that draft? They got him and the dude from Syracuse. He was only in the league for a couple years. What the heck
Johnny
was his
Flynn.
name?
Johnny Flynn.
2 guards. Like
Johnny
I
Flynn.
think they had the 5th
Johnny
and 7th
Flynn.
pick that year or something like that. And they got him and Johnny Flynn. It was atrocious drafting.
And
They
didn't
forgot
draft
to get
Steph.
They forgot.
Uh,
Curry.
Yeah, didn't
All
draft.
right,
Steph.
so that puts us 3. That gives us 5 picks then.
You gotta
Gives
hit
T-Wolves
one, right?
5 picks.
You gotta hit at least one.
Yeah. We have 1. We have 17, 25, 28, and 33.
You guys just traded the 17th though.
That's right. Never mind. So we got 1 extra.
Right.
Why is Jersey Shore on here?
My bad. I was trying to check out. I'm missing all the good stuff.
Oh, the Magic are up or what?
So you're a Minnesota fan then? Oh, obviously your background. What do you think about? Give me the Edwards pick, brother. Like, how do you see him break it down? I'm sure you already did it earlier, but
The Edwards pick.
yeah.
Yeah, so I actually had Melo as the best suited for Minnesota, just to get the ball rolling, just to get rotation. Edwards, I thought was a good pick. So I was pleased either or. He's a big body.
The ball, man.
He's a big body, so he's gonna take up space. The thing was, it came down for me was getting everyone involved, getting that assist ratio up. Like I was saying earlier, Russell led assists with 6, followed by Towns 4, and then after that, you look at the turnovers 3-3. Rebounding, Anthony Towns had 10. After that, you got Okogie at 4. So it was really the assist and the rebounding. Melo, I thought, would have been a good fit with that to get the ball rotating, get everyone involved. Edwards, big body, rebounding, explosive.
Yeah.
So it was either great or good. So, but I agree with your question was, I think James Wiseman was the best pick in the draft right now for to answer your question, just because what happened with Clay.
Yes.
Like, he was a perfect fit for that team. Like, we've been saying all they, I wanted them to actually trade that number 2 pick and try to get I'm blanking here. Who's the center for the 76ers?
Embiid.
Embiid,
yeah.
like when he was kind of tentatively available. Like, that's all they really needed. They needed an athletic center. They already got all the shooting. They already got to play. Wiggins. It seems like they're still trying to move Wiggins, but I mean, I'm scared of that team if they ever get Klay Thompson back.
Right. Hold on 1 second, guys.
You know who I really like though? It's the Israeli guy, the guy who was drafted by Washington. He is going to be, I think, from the little that I've seen from him, he's going to be a very exciting player to watch. So
Yeah, I like.
Yeah. Greg,
Killian.
we already know you like the Spurs. What else do you like?
Killian Hayes at Detroit.
That's an interesting one. Why do you say that?
I just think they have a young and a couple.
All right.
I like
so Cole Anthony to the Orlando Magic.
Mhm.
And look like we have another brother.
Obama.
Now, man,
Whoa.
you gonna come at me like that?
This is the picture.
President
Yeah.
Biden.
Hold on, I got a picture you're gonna love. You're gonna love this picture. I got ready. Just wait for it. Ooh, boy, you're gonna love
We have
it.
President Obama with us.
With the stank face. Let me see. Where's this picture at? I know I got it. Where you at, though? Oh. Oh, where's it at?
That man, Lawrence, joined
What
us.
it do, baby?
He upgraded.
Upgrade a little bit.
He
Something.
upgrade.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh.
Got him.
Well, you gotta love Shannon
Yeah,
Sharp.
I can't even look at that right now.
What's up, Dak Cud, aka Mr. Lawrence Jones,
AKA
LJ?
that ugly boy, AKA go inside, don't ever come back out.
I got a lot of hair now. Damn, son.
Hey man, come on now. I actually got an inch cut off this past weekend, so
True.
I'm
Lawrence,
still looking rough.
I think you know everybody except for Alejandro. Lawrence is Alejandro Lawrence.
Nice to meet
What's
you,
up,
kind
Lawrence?
sir.
Nice to
And
meet
I think
you.
you met Daniel before, right? Have y'all met?
Yeah,
yeah.
we've been on one
Yeah,
podcast,
that's right.
couple
Y'all been on-
podcasts, right?
Yep. So right now, Cole Anthony to the Magic. That's a great pickup. That is a great pickup. They needed a guy who can be a future PG for them. Right now, their starting PG is
Bolts.
he used to play for Texas. I always forget his name. DJ.
Oh, there you
DJ
go.
Augustine.
DJ Augustine.
DJ Augustine.
Boy.
And DJ Augustine's not a bad player, but Cole Anthony, son of Greg Anthony, obviously, now to be able to get a chance to get in the
He's not much,
NBA. And
he's a little bit too much of a shooter for my taste, though, man. I mean, he's not like a big distributor.
Yeah, he's an attacking guard.
but
Yeah.
they definitely need him. That's for sure.
They tried the Fultz experiment. I don't think it turned out too well for them. And then Evan Fournier is probably. Oh, he opted in, so maybe he'll stay for a while.
Well, it looks like people are saying that they're trying to complement Markelle Fultz with Anthony, that's kind of interesting to me.
Okay.
Instead of trying to move on from Fultz, they're actually trying to put them together. I don't know how that's going to work out.
Interesting. So right now there may be a proposed trade. Well, actually, we knew about this. The proposed trade was for the Trailblazers to get Robert Covington, and the Rockets get that 16th overall pick.
Crickets.
So y'all think James Harden going to the Nets?
No.
The Nets are trying to get every single.
Look, if I was the Nets, this is what I'm doing. I'm like, I'll give you know, we'll take Harden. Or if I was the Rockets, this is what I do. I'd be like, all right, you're gonna have to give me Jared Allen, you're gonna have to give me Spencer Dinwiddie, you're gonna have to give me Karis LeVert, and you're gonna have to give me Joe Harris, and you can have Harden.
That's what they said they did. They offered LeVert, Dinwiddie, Allen, and I think a couple first rounders.
And the Rockets said, "Hell no, we want."
That's stupid.
I'd do it.
Go ahead, take those. You got LeVert Dinwiddie who can score. You got Jared Allen who's a pretty good big man. I like him. And then you just get Harden over there with toxic Kyrie and KD, and then just let them fight over the ball.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Why hurt your organization like that?
Like, they want every toxic player in the league, or what?
I don't know.
Give Arenas out of retirement.
Kyrie was already toxic when he said the earth is flat. That's how I already knew he was toxic. I said, oh, yeah, this boy, something wrong with his head.
Well, hold on. So from the center from Washington, Isaiah Stewart got drafted to the Trailblazers with some proposed trade to the Pistons. Obviously, the Pistons want to replace Andre Drummond. So Stewart may be heading to Detroit, which obviously don't need him in Portland.
Yep.
So
what's the trade?
Your Timberwolves are up, man. What do you think in there?
Stewart would be traded to Detroit, and then I guess Detroit would trade somebody to Houston, and then Houston would be traded to Portland. I think that's what the trade is.
No, Danny, I think we discussed 17.
This is how I say ESPN is terrible on their covers. They still have Minnesota's logo on there.
Minnesota's got the 17th pick right now. Yeah.
Minnesota, but it is going to OKC. It's going to
it'll go to AKC.
Right.
And I was reading.
Still has the Minnesota Timberwolves logo, which is sad.
I was reading earlier. Remember, we were talking at the beginning about Dallas possibly drafting this guy, European guy, Pokusevski.
Yeah.
But it turns out that I guess some of the things that the rumors, I guess, is that his agent used to work for the Oklahoma City Thunders, for the OKC. And I guess the Thunder are notorious in league circles for promising their pick and having them like kind of shut down workouts, which is what this guy did. So it's shaping up for Oklahoma to draft them at number 17.
Okay. If I was Oklahoma City and I didn't have a really immediate future, I would definitely start stashing these players, high potential development players, and just hopefully one hits.
This is what the part of the draft where you're not really going to get bona fide stars. So you want to look for guys with big upside, the Spurs type picks, right? The ones that you can develop and see if they can become gems later on.
Yeah, you're looking. It's either those gems or you're looking at role players to help help your organization grow,
fill a need or find some potential.
Like I'm drafting Jaden McDaniels at this point. I think his high potential is just too much to pass on at this point.
If Minnesota still kept the 17th pick, I would hope they would go with the center And even though that Jalen Smith was my choice in regarding center, the next one I would look into is Vernon Carey Jr. from Duke.
Okay.
His dad from the U.
Mm-hmm. And that pick is in. So let us see who they're going with. Minnesota with the 17th pick. Yep. They drafted that Alexei Pokashevsky from Serbia.
You'll get it out.
You gotta start working on your
And for
your other languages, Marshall.
for all you other miss, Isaiah Stewart was drafted by number 16 by the Portland Trailblazers. Now proposed trade to Detroit. And
After being dealt to the Rockets.
after being dealt to the Rockets, which the Rockets would send to cut Robert Covington to the Trailblazers. Now Pokashevsky at 17 is the youngest eligible player in the draft. He's 18. 7 feet, highly skilled and agile for his size. We haven't really seen too much of him. The competition that he's playing, questionable. I don't know how he'll translate to the NBA. But it looks like he has a decent shot, though.
Yeah, he's definitely like a fluid, almost like a Porzingis.
Right.
Fluid big man that can shoot threes.
Right. Now, number 18. Of course.
My Mavericks.
Alejandro, he's like, man, this is what I've been waiting for. After this,
Yeah, earlier reports were either Pokusevsky or Josh Green from Arizona.
Basically, Gaddy Green.
I like Josh Green.
Yeah.
Right. Sadiq Bey would actually be a good pick for the Mavericks.
Another trade.
As a strap.
Another trade, and this actually makes me a little happy. So the Clippers are sending the number 19 pick via Brooklyn to the Pistons and receiving Luke Kennard.
Ooh.
Nets
Ooh.
received Landry Shamet.
Good pickup.
Ooh, hey, that's a very, very good trade if that really is happening. Because now you have another shooter. That's what one of the things, oddly enough, the Clippers were lacking was a good shooter. And Kennard is still young. He can D up a little bit. He was one of the Pistons' best players. Yep. I like that, actually.
That made me perk up a little bit.
I can see.
But I don't know. It's kind of confusing. So,
okay,
Brooklyn, they send it via Brooklyn. The Nets got Landry Shamet. The Clips got Kennard.
It's like
and the Pistons got the pick, though. That's interesting because the Clippers didn't have any picks in this draft.
Right. Well, hold on. That was Mavericks pick. They picked Josh Green from Arizona, shooting guard.
Basically, Daddy Green. He's a 3-and-D small shooting guard.
Okay.
But he's a better defender, a little bit stronger than Danny. So I think that's what y'all need.
Yeah.
Is a little bit stronger defense, and I think he'll work out.
So Alejandro, how do you use him? Do you use him at the small forward, or do you have him back up? I mean, because Luka's essentially playing the 2, or I know he could play the 1. I mean, how would you have that?
Okay.
I'd use him as small forward, and I also I guess kind of a backup for Luka. So like playing 2 positions, I guess, whenever he can. I haven't really seen him play much, this guy, but the reports say that he is a better defender. So which is what we needed.
Athletic too.
Athletic too.
Michael Kidd-Gilchrist wasn't cutting it.
No.
I mean, the guy's 6'6", 6'10" wingspan, 210 pounds.
Yeah, he'll play the small. He'll play right next to Luka.
Right, he could do that.
Good fit.
Now your small forward is who? Tim Hardaway Jr.
Tim Hardaway. Yeah.
Yeah, y'all can definitely get rid of him.
Oh yeah.
All right, so now I can get into this. The Clippers have a pick. They're coming up number 19.
So
I love me some Shemet. I'm kind of sad that we let him go, but
Who got him?
Hold on.
Brooklyn?
Wait. So Shemet's gonna go to Brooklyn.
so Shemet to Brooklyn
Uh-huh.
for the 19th pick.
Pistons get the
The
19th pick.
Pistons, no, the Clippers get the 19th pick,
So where
And
did
Luke
Kennard go?
Kennard.
and Luke Kennard. I think Kennard is just kind of a.
What? Y'all got the 19th
I don't know.
pick?
It's still coming out, but yeah, that's what it basically
Well, who
says.
do the Pistons get then?
No. I think the Clippers get Luke Kennard, Nets get Landry Shumpert, and the Pistons get number 19.
That's
Butchered the hell out of his name. Landry Shamet.
Why just say
Turn him
that
into
the
Shumpert.
Clippers are trading Landry Shamet to the Nets for number 19, and it also includes the Pistons with Luke Kennard heading to the Clippers. It said the Clippers got 19. I don't know. This is
I know, Dan. You've been on that fake news recently.
man.
So the
ESPN,
Pistons,
if you're using that ESPN, it ain't gonna work.
Go
so the
ahead,
Pistons-
Alejandro.
The Pistons will get the number 19 pick.
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
I was like, what the heck do the Pistons get? They're just like, all right.
I'm trying to decipher these, man. These are coming out all weird, bro.
So who
But
gets
that means Detroit is getting 3 picks in the top 20.
Yeah.
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 Is,
They
uh,
need it. I
is
mean, after
Shamet-
losing Andre
Yeah.
Drummond, I mean, you know.
I mean, but we're gonna talk about OKC's and our first round draft picks for the next 20 years.
That's true.
Pelicans too. So many draft picks the Pelicans got? Man.
Yeah. OKC just needs to stock up on players right now. Just
Honestly, I think they're pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, because you gotta think about it. Everybody counted them out last year when CP went over there.
Because it's CP3.
Okay, but that's okay. No way, you ain't
Point
CP.
guard.
You ain't. Oh my god.
So they're really going to make the playoffs this year.
If they have to get rid of. They still have Steven Adams, right?
They need to get rid of Steven Adams. He's way
Yeah.
too soft for me. So, LJ, you still haven't answered my question.
Oh, I totally forgot.
Yeah, no, you didn't. Do they make the playoffs this year?
Hold on. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. Yes.
I'm waiting. I'm getting close for this one.
It depends on what happens with the Houston trade.
It's a yes or no question, man.
Yes or no.
I think they
It's a
do.
yes or
Okay,
no.
fine. I think they do. You
Who are they
want to
making
hear?
it over? Who are they making it over?
They're gonna get the 8th seed.
Zion stays fat and gets hurt again.
Yeah, Zion keep walking like your uncle at a barbecue. Yeah, like
So let me just put it for you. Let me put it for you why they're not going to make the playoffs. They're not going to be better than the Lakers. They're not going to be better than the Clippers. They're not going to be better than the Nuggets, the Jazz, the Trailblazers,
Warriors, don't
the
forget the Warriors.
Suns, the Warriors. Daniel, you heard about the Warriors news, right?
Yes, I did, but still with Wiseman, I still think that that's a good team.
They can still be a good team. And then the Mavericks. I mean, that's 8 teams right there. And depending on what the Rockets, even if Harden and Westbrook don't leave, they're
You say Portland? Did you throw Portland in there?
I did say Portland. I said
Okay.
Portland. Yeah. So that's 9 teams right there. Yeah. OKC.
No, they're not making no.
It would have been interesting if they would have kept Uber.
If the Thunder make the playoffs, I'll give you $100. You heard it right here, right now.
Ooh.
you want me to send you my
That's
cash app right now? What you want?
Hey, just in case you forget, this thing's going on YouTube, so you already know.
Oh, that's fine.
Validation right there.
That's fine.
There's my receipt. Here's
If-
my receipt.
If I lose, I'm gonna end up blind and deaf.
Norby, you have a fan. Israel Fuentes and Norberto.
What's up, man? How you doing? Hey, man, I'm just getting a lot of shout outs on being on here. Dang.
Why, baby?
Israel says
Why?
he's got it locked in at $100. So he yeah, Israel, go ahead. Yeah, man.
If they would have kept Uber, I would have been on board.
Wait, who?
OKC.
They let him go to where did he go?
He's still on the roster according to ESPN.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, they haven't traded him yet. I know they were trying to
he's
shop
still on the
him.
roster. He's on the roster. If I were
Now it gets kind of interesting. You guys.
and now they also have Horford too. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not gonna they're not making the playoffs.
Horford, the god? Are you kidding me?
And the one that you said was better than Marcus Aldridge.
All Horford does is win. Florida, Atlanta, Boston. He shut down Embiid 2 years ago. He just got hosed last year because he had to play with Embiid.
I was about to say you forget Philly, but never
No,
mind.
because he's not a power forward no more. He doesn't. He's agile, stretch five, and you play the ball. You play the offense through him. He can pass like a really good big, and he plays lockdown defense.
All right, so Sadiq Bey got picked by Brooklyn, but it is going to
Detroit.
Detroit. That's
Detroit.
actually nice.
Detroit.
They're building a little squad for the next 4 years.
20 years.
20 years. Man.
That's a good pick.
Alejandro, I had this man, Greg, say that Al Horford was better than LaMarcus Aldridge.
He's a better fit.
No, it wasn't you. It was Brooklyn. I mean, Brooklyn said that Horford was better than LaMarcus Aldridge.
I agreed 100%.
That's disrespectful. He's not better than LaMarcus Aldridge. Hell no.
He's the Spurs. I'm telling you, we've already seen it multiple times.
No.
We've seen what happens with Aldridge as the main guy. In Portland, San
He
Antonio
averages-
does not work.
17 or 18. Horford would be averaging like
It's not all about numbers. It's about
You
offense
need
and defense.
numbers.
It's all
Horford
about
is
offense and
so
defense.
underrated.
Yeah, I do
Horford
believe
is
that. I
overrated.
do believe that he's underrated.
Yes.
I think he's underrated. Horford.
He does so many different things. I mean, he does everything good. He can get you rebounds. He can defend. He can find the open man if you need him to. I mean, LaMarcus Aldridge is more just, hey, he's gonna get you points. He's gonna get you some boards. But
Yeah,
And blocks.
completely agree. If I was building a team and if I had to choose between Aldridge and Horford, I would go with Horford just because it's the little things that man does to help the team out.
What? Hell no. Man, y'all must have forgot who LaMarcus Aldridge was, especially.
Yeah, loser.
LaMarcus
Oh, I
Aldridge.
remember
basically
when
gets-
San Antonio?
That's how he's been playing.
No, and when he came to San Antonio, the only reason why he didn't thrive is because he didn't have a damn center. He's a power forward. The same thing with Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan would have had better years if we would have had a center to help him out. He's a power forward. People forget that. Power forward versus center.
Our best
tell
team
y'all.
was with Duncan at center and Boris Diaw at the four.
He
Mhm.
did all right, but who else did we have? We had Splitter run that center to take some of that off of Tim Duncan.
Yeah, because he was old
Right?
as shit.
Call him Father Time. Shit.
Yeah, I mean, he could only
But
do
I'm-
so
I'm
much.
just- Saying, imagine if the Spurs would have had a Tim Duncan and a 4 to 5 year younger David Robinson, how better they would have been growing through. You had Duncan, the Sterovich.
But what happened was the league transitioned in between when Duncan was playing. It went
Yeah, the
from
Nets
two
pick came
centers-
in.
It went from two centers
said- we said it.
on the court to a center and a stretch a four.
All right.
I mean, granted, when Duncan did come in, like big man were the go-to.
Yeah.
Kind of like, but now it's kind of transitioned to just shooting like crazy.
It was a different league back then.
But I mean, you still need a guy who's athletic at that center position. You can still have
But
Aldridge.
it's not an essential anymore, though.
But here's the thing: you can have Aldridge play defense as the center, but on the offensive side, he's more of a power forward. You could have a center that's lanky, athletic, and can run the floor, but guards the forward position.
That's
can
hard to
do that.
find. We're
Just
talking
like a
about rare
Bobo.
breeds. Anthony Davis is probably the only one that comes to mind.
Bobo can get there if MPJ starts playing. I mean, obviously, not a
Bobo.
center, but we had what's his name, Dwayne Dedman. I mean, he's lanky. He would have been your center, and he can run.
I thought Dwayne Dedman would have been, he was good. I thought he would have been a good fit still.
He was a good fit. But anyway,
You got that
Um,
guy from Atlanta and left.
we have Miami coming in with the 20th pick. Yes, Norby, we did say Sadiq Bey, 19th pick. Brooklyn ended up going to the Nets. Ended up going to the Pistons. Luke Kennard will go from the Pistons to the Clippers, and Landry Shamet will go from the Clippers to the Nets. It hasn't been proposed.
Shaman and Magruder.
Shamet and Magruder.
Yeah.
That's a good
hasn't
pick for
been-
Brooklyn.
Hasn't been pitched on air just yet, but this is apparently reports from Woj, which Woj is normally never wrong.
99.9% Not wrong.
But I mean, neither is Mr. Alejandro Diaz. We got the alley oop, so you
Well,
know.
what do you mean proposed? It's already through because the Nets already or the
Go with the fake news.
that pick has already been made on 19.
Well, I know, but they haven't proposed it on air just yet. But
They did.
no, they haven't proposed it on air just yet.
You selected the pick. Miami's coming up, so
What does Miami need?
Miami, they need a big man. They need a big man to help out with Bam.
Yeah.
They also struggled defensively at
Yeah.
the 2 position.
Now, there's been talk about Kendrick Nunn not really having too much of a future there, which I have kind of said. They need to move him and get some parts. He's a good player. Yeah, actually, he's a very good rebounding guard. If I was the Lakers looking for a guard for cheap, I would look to possibly pick him up, personally.
You think Pat Riley's going to help LeBron out? Hell no.
I mean, shoots, Lakers
Hey,
sign
man, Pat
Rondo.
Riley was a Laker before he was on the Heat.
He's the most competitive GM.
He doesn't want to help LeBron out.
Yeah,
Absolutely not.
Nah, after what LeBron.
yeah.
All right, so the
Did-
pick is in. And the Heat select Precious Achua from Memphis.
Oh, bless you.
Good pick.
Yeah, good pick. Definitely probably try to upgrade over Jay Crowder at the 4 position.
They might keep Jay Crowder and bring him off the bench. Well,
Yeah, they keep him off the bench.
So, I mean, right now you have 2 guys with him and Bam that are just going to bang. And they're going to get you boards. So that's not a bad pick.
It's
That's
up to
not a
Bam
bad-
to evolve his game. He's going to have to make some steps.
Right.
and Miami was a very exciting team to watch
Oh yeah.
in the bubble. You know, they were very fun to watch.
Wait. His Precious Achua's brother's name was God's Gift Achua.
Oh,
Played from 2011 to 2014 at St. John's. Wow.
I'd rather have that name than Precious.
Interesting.
Do y'all think
Man, what do they be
God's
naming
gift?
these kids, man?
Lawrence,
Can you imagine introducing yourself as that? Hey, what's
God's
your name?
gift.
I'm God's gift.
I'm God's gift. Hey, but you use that pickup line for any girl though.
God's gift, baby. No, really.
Oh, bro, that's my
right?
name.
Baby girl.
Like, I'm God's Gift Achua. Bless you. If somebody says bless you, you're right. I am blessed.
and
That
highly
is
favored.
crazy.
Does this Miami pick put them as contenders again for a title?
No.
No.
They need
You
another.
think last year was a fluke?
Well, look, they'll be in the top 4 in the East, but they're not. If Milwaukee gets their trades through, they're not better than them. They're not better than the Nets. And I think Philly is going to be coming back for a vengeance too. Also, can't forget about Toronto. So, yeah.
They really needed Drew Holiday.
Yeah, they really did.
They really do. Yeah, right.
Because
They needed Chris
no one-
Middleton to step up the whole time in the bubble. That boy is absent.
Yeah.
Right.
Kyrie's gonna cook them.
Next
All
on
right, y'all.
next
Sorry,
on
I know you all time. I'm gonna jump off for now since I
you say
really
you
don't
can
know too many of these guys, and I don't have it. Yes, sir. You gave me permission. I'm gonna step out because
I'm cutting your pay.
hey man, once I start seeing some pay, you can deduct it off my first
Yeah.
paycheck. Until then,
We'll get back to you.
We'll get back to you.
See the way our bank account set up.
Yeah.
you know what, man? You're the one that needs the money. I'm trying to get that GoFundMe. You know, get some professional photos, send them in. Maybe we'll have some better luck this time.
If I can afford them, I'll give them to you.
Life's tough, man. Life's tough. Hey, it was great hanging with you guys. Sorry I didn't have too much analysis today. This is an interesting draft in terms of.
It is.
But first of all, it's in November, but I feel like this is the first draft where it's not, you don't know the players quite as much because you really didn't have a college basketball season. You haven't seen these guys since January.
Right.
But good luck to all your teams. Good luck to the Timberwolves. Good luck to I don't know about good luck to the Mavs because we're going to be facing each other. Spurs, hey, God bless you guys. You know, you guys are having a losing season, so you
Well, I'm
guys stay all
sorry, we're
lucky
the
you
best
can get.
franchise ever. I'm sorry.
Man, why you gotta lose this season? Dang.
Okay,
cuz.
good luck
I'm
getting
sorry,
past
man. I'm
it.
sorry.
Good
I
luck
mean,
getting
I
past
gotta throw shade, man.
Clippers
You
fan.
know,
I mean that's fine. I mean 22 straight years with a winning season and playoff
hey,
streak. I mean that's
remember that?
fine.
Remember Chris Paul? Remember Chris Paul? Game 7, 5 seconds to go.
No, I don't.
Oh man, I remember. Hey, remember the Clippers
Over
3-1
Duncan?
lead?
Hey, I got a better one. Remember when the Spurs swept the Clippers 4-0 back in, was it like 2012 or something like that, 2013? Yeah.
Eh,
Remember,
eh,
remember when the Clippers made it to the conference finals? Oh, wait.
yeah,
It didn't happen.
that's true.
Yeah, still waiting on that.
I get this feeling like, Dan, you loving the pain right now. You're just
I
soaking
mean,
it all in.
You have to at a certain point, man. I mean, when you got a team that's been as good as they have and can't make it to the conference finals.
Hey,
I mean, I still give it like this.
Look at my screen. Look at my screen. I'm with you there.
Man,
I still believe in
Timberwolves-
Paul George and Kawhi, though. I still
I do
believe in
too.
that. I mean, PG was just in a slump in the bubble. We get it. People go through slumps all the time. Doesn't mean you're the worst player. He can still redeem himself next season if he stays.
PG getting
Oh,
married, so
definitely
that man on a high right now. He might come back, drop 30.
You see what he said in his caption? She got a ring before I did. Man. Hey, but Giannis' younger brother getting a ring before him. Oh, it's gonna be an awkward Thanksgiving dinner.
Dang.
I
I don't know, man.
I think they need a Doc Rivers
Is-
because
Okay, so right now we
Doc
have
Rivers
the
up.
Sixers.
He's
The
gone.
Sixers trade right now. Danny Green and Terrence Ferguson to the Sixers. The Thunder will receive Al Horford, rights to Vasil Micic, 2020 second round pick, 34th, 4th overall, and a 2025 first round pick. So more draft picks to the damn Thunder. How about it?
All right, yo.
they did
All right,
draft
Mr.
Guys,
Danny.
take it
Be
easy.
easy.
us.
Guys, we are in draft overtime. I only had a schedule for 9. If anybody else does have to take off, I totally understand. We'll probably close out this first round and then hang it up. So whoever wants to stay on can. If you need to go, I totally understand.
Yeah, no, I need to go, guys. I need to finish a paper that is due like at midnight. So
No, not a problem. We thank you for being on, Mr. Alejandro Diaz.
thank you, guys. It was fun.
Alejandro.
Laters.
Sir.
I gotta see what Minnesota does now with these picks, so I'll stay on with for a little bit.
Okay.
Go Spurs.
Good
Go.
luck.
They ain't gonna do much.
Bye.
Hey, you may be right, but we'll see.
Man, so I just want to say, he's 37? I did not know that. He looks pretty good for 37.
Ooh.
Alejandro.
Oh, real talk.
Yeah, I didn't even know he was 37.
I'm not gonna age like that, but I hope maybe I do.
Yeah, Alejandro, salute to you, brother. I hope I look like that at 37. For
All
real.
I know is I need the Spurs to get Tyler Bay.
Man, I need the Spurs to get freaking Azubuike. That's what I've
I
been.
need I need Greg Popovich to go ahead and just hang it up, sir. You've got nothing left to prove.
And so then we'll have Becky Hammond as our coach.
Hey, that's fine. First woman head coach in NBA, bro. I like it. I don't
Bro, I like
care.
her.
But I don't think she's the right coach, personally.
I mean,
It doesn't even have anything to do with her a woman. I just don't know if her playing style or her coaching style is going to match the Spurs. But we'll see.
we really don't know. All you can do, I mean, they've had many franchises have had coaches for 1 year and then fired in midseason. So you can just go that route.
We'll see. Looks like the Sixers pick is in. They drafted Tyrese Maxey, shooting guard from Kentucky. He's a shot maker and energetic defender. That's actually a good pickup. They need another shooter. Swish, I know you might be happy with that. Should be on this show. And of course, G-Reg, go ahead and play that music.
Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? Brooklyn at? We gonna
Oh, no. We don't know where Brooklyn at.
Looking for his AirPod somewhere.
Yep. So
No, yeah, that's a good pick by Philly. I mean, they got Danny Green, and then you get this shooter. They're trying to pick up what they had before when they were a contender when they faced Toronto.
right.
So
The secret
that's a
is
good pick.
The secret is always draft Kentucky guards.
Yeah.
Something
Keldon Johnson.
good will happen.
So
But he's a dog. I heard he's a dog, and he's really, he'll bring the toughness that the Sixers need.
right. I think he will help them get to that next level. Because as I said, I still thought that they could make at least the conference finals this past season had Ben Simmons not gotten hurt. But now if he's healthy, you have Danny Green as a shooter, him as a shooter coming off the bench. If Thibault can actually, work on his defense in the shot a little bit, and Korkmaz comes up as a shooter, they'll be all right. They will be all right.
1 minute on the job, Morey already got Al Horford off the books with one first rounder.
Oh yeah, we got somebody else in the comments by the name of Charlie Dilly. What up, Charlie Dilly?
Oh,
Oh,
Dilly's finest, baby.
let's go. Let's go. I'm glad to see someone from Dilly, popping in.
Hop it for a real one.
I'm gonna bring an OG, Charles. Charles.
Yeah, I think these players, these parents of these players that are getting drafted, you think as soon as their son gets drafted, they just call up their job, they're like, hey, I'm done.
Nah, I think a lot of them actually keep working.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I'm telling
You
that.
wouldn't?
If I get a son and you make it in the league, boy,
Just like,
that's it. I'm calling into work. I'm done. I expect at least a couple thousand every game check.
Every game check.
That's not much. Hey, just give me 5 G's every game check. You good?
usually like their second contract, that's when they cash out their parents.
Not
First
with
contract,
mine.
They're just trying
Now
to pay everything off. They already
Man,
spent
I pray for your son then. Or your daughter.
a lot of
I'm
them.
gonna be the next LeVar Ball.
Yeah. Here's Coach Doc Rivers. As Jamie Foxx said, he still needs to get his larynx fixed.
Yeah, I don't know why Doc Rivers always fights like he's trying to breathe.
Like he smoked like 12 packs already.
Yeah,
Jamie Foxx.
like somebody's letting air out of a balloon.
My guy.
Jamie Foxx said he came out of birth. He said, "Ah, hi, Mom. Hi, Dad." I hope Doc does well in Philly. I think he will do pretty good in Philly. Better.
Hey, you remember you're not supposed to call him Doc no more.
What are you supposed to call him?
Call him Coach Rivers. He said there was only one Doc.
Oh, because he went to Philly.
Yeah, he went to Philly.
That makes sense. All right, Coach Rivers. But it's okay. All right.
I mean, is that his name though? Is Doc Rivers, or is that just people call him? What's his real name?
That is a good question.
I'm about to look it
I
up.
thought I saw Doc on the trading card one time.
I think it.
His name is Glenn Anton Rivers.
Okay.
Oh,
Where the hell you get the Doc from?
I don't know if I should be ashamed that I did not know that was a nickname or not.
That's what anybody calls him. How you supposed to know?
It's like, oh, Glenn, okay. How you doing, Glenn?
Glenn
Pretty good, man.
Antoine Rivers.
Anton, Anton.
Please don't let Denver get Jaden McDaniels or Tyler Bay.
Glenn.
Please, God.
Glenn.
Coach Glenn, how you doing?
That don't sound right.
Nuggets on the clock.
Come on, Coach Glenn, put me in.
I think everybody Glenn has a nickname because Big Baby was Glenn Davis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think you just
Hey, Big Baby, I don't know if y'all saw him in that
That tournament. That boy got big.
Big Baby got big, or
Thanksgiving
Bigger
turkey.
he
baby.
just gave him a wrong shirt, a wrong jersey size.
Bigger
That
baby.
boy muffin top hanging out is so bad, man. Oh man.
Let's see who the Nuggets pick up.
He was taking a page from Elliot's book.
Jeez.
Denver always drafts well too.
They pick Zeke Naji, a power forward from Arizona.
Okay.
You know, everyone gonna see that, Lawrence.
So
Say, 'cause ain't nobody perfect. Plus, I'm goofy as it is, so I don't care.
Feed Zeke.
Looking at him, I
Be a
think
big baby.
I think they made this pick to kind of help with the possibility of losing.
Oh my God, nobody's cheering.
Goodness, I always forget people's names. Jeremy Grant.
Ooh, yeah.
Even though I think that they'll use Bobo, I think they're gonna have him back up Bull just in case he doesn't.
Bobo. Yo, that boy is lights out on 2K. That boy is a bucket.
That's
Yo,
why
when
they
Bobo
used him and they
starts
would have won. Like I've been saying, Bobo.
when he starts playing and getting minutes with him, Murray, Jokic, it's
And
gonna be
MPJ.
scary. Yeah, MPJ, yeah.
And Buddy Hield, because they're gonna trade Gary Harris.
I forgot. Buddy Hill's going.
More than likely, yes.
hmm
That's
But
next.
Denver's gonna be solid for the next few years.
They're gonna win a championship.
hmm
They're gonna win a
I
championship.
think they had a. I personally, I think they had a chance with the Lakers, but I just think the fact their past two series before that was always the Game 7. That just kind of just wore them out. Like the Lakers had that break because they were able to knock out their teams quicker. But granted, Jamal Murray, he was
Ball.
fighting.
So look, let me tell y'all. Number one, there's two things. Gary Harris did come back, yes, and he actually made an impact. Otherwise, I don't know if they beat.
He just came back a little too late.
He was scoring like 3 points a game.
I think.
But his defense helped, though. I'm not
Yeah.
saying his offense. His defense helped. They didn't have Will Barton. Will Barton would have absolutely helped them too. But I'm telling you, Bol would have helped on Rudy Gobert because Gobert was killing them down low. Jokic is not athletic and Plumlee is not a scorer. Millsap is too small. Put Bol in there. Let him mix it up a little bit. Bring Gobert out because Bol can pass and he can shoot a little bit. They would have done that. It would have been much easier on him. But what
There's
do
no
I
way
know?
Bobo guards Rudy Gobert in the post.
That's fine. Just have him put his hands up. And if
that boy big.
because think about it, Mitchell was putting up jumpers, right? If he misses, you have Bol try to at least go for the board and help out with that, or at least deflect shots coming to the rim because they're getting to the rim easily. They get the Lakers series too. You look at that. Rondo was getting there. Caruso was getting there. Bobo's there. He's changing those shots. I already know for a fact. He's 7'3".
I'm gonna be
7'3"
interested if
and
he
long.
ever starts on Denver.
I don't know if he will start. I don't know.
I think he'll always be a 6-man.
For now,
Bobo?
anyway, until
Unless
Nah, once he puts some size on, I think he'll start.
well, I think he'll start once maybe like they're gonna possibly move on from Jokic because that day will come. Maybe not soon, but that day will come at a particular point.
isn't Jokic like 24 or 26 or something?
I think Jokic stays in Denver till he's 30.
Possibly.
Oh, really?
But I mean,
I
Bobo is.
think so, yeah.
But I mean, if he does start, here's what I think they could do for a starting lineup. You would have Murray, probably Buddy Hield if he ends up coming over, Michael Porter Jr., Bobo, and Jokic. That is a disgusting starting lineup.
Filthy.
I think offensively, yeah, defensively, that's really bad.
Well, it depends on MPJ working on his defense, number one, and keeping Bobo out of foul trouble. But that's a disgusting starting lineup.
Buddy
You're going to be
Hield's
able to
not
hide
gonna be there.
Jokic. You're going to be able to hide Jokic, that's for sure, on the defensive side. And then you just don't have to worry about keeping your bench. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. Right now on the clock, we have I think we missed it.
The Knicks.
Chad, this recording is probably going to get cut to like an hour and 30 anyways. So,
Huh?
Huh? No?
What?
No? Okay. That.
Got the cap.
Oh, a 2-hour recording? Cool.
Man, that's fine. That is fine. I did my discussions for school this week. I am good.
Part one and a part two, man.
Ooh, there we go.
There you go. That's even better.
Yeah.
No, I didn't mean cutting it now, Lawrence. I meant uploading it.
Oh, uploading. I thought you were gonna cut it. Like,
C-Mac, hook me up with the upload. We get this uploaded tomorrow.
trying to get my 15 minutes of fame right now.
All right.
You've been on longer, more than 15 minutes.
Bet.
The Knicks are next.
Robert Woodard or Cassius Stanley?
I think they may go for a Trey Jones. PG. They could go for a Jaden McDaniels.
Oh, that too.
Ooh, I'm all over the place. You think they go for RJ Hampton because they want that star factor back in New York?
Yeah, that's possible too.
I think so. I think RJ Hampton would be a pretty good pickup
Yeah.
for them. Him and Obi Toppin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I say they do it. If they don't do it, they're stupid.
Yeah. So the Knicks traded with the Jazz, and so they get the 23rd overall pick and the rights to Ante Tomic. And the Jazz received the 27th overall pick and the 38th overall pick for this year.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you go high potential. I don't think you go for role player or backup here. You might as well go RJ Hampton.
Yeah, I definitely would.
I don't think he did too bad over there in Australia either, the NBL.
His team blew out LaMelo's team.
Yeah, but LaMelo really had a trash team though.
It's fair. But
I mean,
that'll
RJ Hampton did have a little bit better team.
right, but that'll always be the comparison, kind of like Lonzo and De'Aaron. It's going to be LaMelo and RJ Hampton. So, and right now, as we know, De'Aaron has been the better player.
Oh yeah.
Right about Fultz.
I don't know what it is about De'Aaron. I don't know if he just has more of a dog than Lonzo,
He does.
It is.
and
What do they
his
have? Hold on,
shooting
hold on.
form is more natural, maybe.
Okay, so they pick Leandro Bolmaro from Argentina.
Oh, that's a good pick.
Okay. He's a shooting guard. Is he the next Ginobili?
How dare you say that?
Obviously.
Billy.
Obviously, I'm just messing.
Yo, apparently, like Tony Parker and Ginobili be running fives over at Lifetime at the rim.
For real.
Yeah,
Taking people's lunch money.
I'm finna go get me a membership.
You're fixing to go lose your lunch money.
That's fine. Hey, boy, I get them boys buckets. Long as I believe I can do it, I can do it. No matter what y'all say.
Stop.
If I get one bucket on either one of them, I'll be happy.
Stop.
And then I'll walk off like LeVar. I never lost.
And Charlie Dewey answered to your question, to what you said, Lawrence. He said, for real?
That's what I was told. I don't
What
know
are
if
your
it's true.
sources? What are your sources?
Who told
Are they valid enough?
my boy JR that used to run at Lifetime. He said his friends hit him up saying that Tony Parker and Ginobili would be up there. I'm just like,
Okay,
hey,
so are his friends valid?
his friends are valid, yeah.
But which Lifetime? You said the rim?
The one at the rim.
Okay. Very nice.
I don't think rarely anybody goes to the 281 one. That's just too far.
Yeah.
I've always ran at the
That's
one
why
at
they
the rim.
go. That's why they go.
You'd imagine getting picked up by them?
Bro, I would cry. Like, you think I'm worthy? Finna disappoint y'all boys.
You're like, nah, we're playing 5-on-5, so you're just a fill-in.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. At least I could tell my friends, hey, I got picked up by Ginobili and Parker. What'd y'all do with y'all's day?
I'll be Luis Scola.
Yeah. I'll be Carlos Delfino. I'm just kidding.
Oh, there we go.
Bolmaro is the second draft pick from Argentina to be drafted in the first round. Also, Delfino was drafted in the first round in 2003.
And I slept on Ginobili.
I hate the comparison. People always had a debate who was better. Was it Ginobili or Wade?
Huh?
Who was better as a player, Ginobili or Wade?
Don't do this.
I never saw Wade win on a team with Luis Scola, a gold medal.
Don't do
That's
this.
all I'm saying.
Hey,
Against
Don't
the U.S.,
say.
the greatest team, greatest league in the U.S.
Don't do this, man.
That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying.
You know Dwayne Wade was a better player. Stop.
I'm just saying.
Hit your button. Quit the cap.
Stop the cap.
Stop the cap. Come on, man.
I'm just saying. You put You put Wade on that team. Did they win the gold medal?
Ooh, Knicks. We talked about Knicks already
Yeah. What about him?
on the 23rd. That the Leonard Bowmore he got traded to T Wolves.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who did? The guy they just drafted?
Reportedly traded to Timberwolves.
For who?
For who?
I don't know.
Interesting. Well, just so we knew, the Bucks have the 24th pick.
No.
They traded for Drew Holiday in the 60th overall pick. This pick is going to the Pelicans along with Eric Bledsoe and George Hill.
Damn, George Hill's just getting shipped around all over the place.
Oh,
RJ Hampton heading to the Pelicans. Interesting.
dang! They just drafting all guards, getting all guards on the team now.
Interesting. Yeah, Lonzo's out of there.
All right, who's gonna pick up Angelo?
Where's Jello going?
They're gonna shoot. Lonzo's gonna get shipped
Charlotte,
out.
baby. We're going to Charlotte.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to Charlotte. That's exactly it.
Oh, with MJ? Okay. LeVar's setting it up right now. I see him.
Triple
B.
B Jordan brand collab.
Jordan, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm at the cop. I'm at the cop a shoe.
let me see if they're already selling them.
Oh my goodness. I see what LeVar is doing, man. That's crazy.
He gets underrated, man. He got all his kids. I mean, 2 of the kids' top 5 picks.
Hey, it's not bad. I
Really?
mean, I know what Jello was on the practice squad for the OKC Blue.
Mm-hmm. He's still there.
All
Is
his
he?
kids were millionaires in high school.
I mean, LaMelo had his own shoe at the age of 16, so which is ultimately why he couldn't play college ball, which is stupid. NCAA is dumb.
Uh-oh, we have an OG in the house. We got that OG Derek Porter in the house.
Oh.
What's going on? In the comments right now, what's going on, Mr. Porter?
I don't have that
What's up,
mic.
Derek?
I play it.
I gotta wait for him to respond back.
He's like, I'm out. I saw these.
Anyways, Marshall, I want to touch
On
up
your
on
mouth.
this new this reported trade. I don't know who we traded for, if we traded the OKC pick, but I think Leonardo is good. It gives him that length that I wanted. He's a small forward. Could play power forward. So I think it's a good pick. You know, it's nothing too, oh my God, or it's nothing too drastic. I think it's a suitable pick for Minnesota right now. So I think it'll play out if everything goes well.
Who they trade?
I'm-
The AK Beasley.
Hey, possibly.
Man, pulled out the AK.
Gotta figure out what they traded for though. Reported
Doing
trade
it
to
silently so
Timberwolves.
no one knows it's Beasley.
Watch them. They traded Ricky Rubio. Watch.
For Zach Levine. Bring everybody
All
back.
right, OKC's pick is in. They selected Emmanuel Quickly, point guard from Kentucky. He got drafted quite quickly, I might add.
That one, as far as I know, that one's coming to us. Yeah, it's the 25th pick. That was with the Rubio trade.
Oh, okay. Bars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay, calm down, Orbit. Calm down.
Hey, that's one of them I wanted.
You
That's
ready?
one of the
That
ones that I
one-
actually had on. Like, yeah.
I said, you take my player.
I'm sorry.
So
Hey man, they took Jalen Smith, so I was out on a center.
I gotta ask Mr. Porter, what do you think of Miami's draft pick, Precious Achiuwa?
Precious.
Bless you.
God's gift.
God skipped Achiuwa. That was wild. What's his brother's name? Oh, looks like Derek left.
Derek. He was like, I say who's in here. I'm out.
Oh, wait a minute. He came back.
Oh.
He's like, you're not answering my question. Answer my question, and I'll come back.
Man. We might have to get him. We might have to get him on here.
Like I said, just draft Kentucky guards and hope for the best.
You know, his question was in regards to the Precious, right?
Mhm.
No, that was my question
That was
to
my
him.
That was your question. Oh, okay.
I'm gonna see if we can get him on here. Oh, wait a minute. Oh man, we got the man on. Oh snap. Hold on now. There he is.
Derek
Where
Porter.
you at?
Well, I don't know if y'all can see him because it's dark. What's
Shout out to
going
Body
on,
Cast.
brother?
Body cast, baby.
All right, you can see them all. Mr. Porter, please tell me, what do you think about Miami's draft pick, my man?
Listen, bro, you know me just like anybody else, bro. I don't be paying attention to these children when they're in college, bro. When they get to the NBA and they start doing stuff, then I'll pay attention. But when they in college, bro, I don't care what they do, bro. I don't think about it. I don't
He's off that peach or green apple right now.
know what's going on. I don't know nothing about these kids.
Oh man, OG, brother, how have you been doing, man? Please share. I know you about to graduate next semester too, brother. Congrats.
Appreciate it. Nah, just trying to maintain. That's about it, bro. Not serious. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We run it up here with the stats versus facts. Got Norbs, G-Reg, LJ. Had my man Alejandro on earlier. We running it up. Charlie Dilly in the comments. I gotta go live with you next, Charlie Dilly. But my man, the Porter. How did you feel about the Heat of going into these finals? What do you think about that? I didn't get a chance to ask you that. I know it was a tough.
Going into it, me personally, I'm a Heat fan, but I only gave them one game just because of the link that the Lakers had. But they clearly proved me wrong on that front. I feel like they had LA where they could have exploited them to actually win the series at one point, but that was the game that Jimmy Butler decided to take a game off, and after that it was just kind of downhill. When it comes to AD and LeBron, like, you really ain't no stopping them. You could just hope to contain them or whatever. But I just kind of felt like Miami ran out of gas. They just had a lot of young guys out there. They wasn't really built for that kind of moment.
Right.
And, when it came down to the wire to make plays, it just wasn't what they was used to or whatever. And Jimmy couldn't do it by himself. And Bam couldn't do it by himself. So, it is what it is, though. It was a good run. I don't know if they'll get there again this year.
Right.
They're going to definitely have to get some more scoring going on. They're going to have to get somebody to spare Bam, because he clearly can't be out there all game trying to defend everybody and do everything.
I agree, especially as a big man. And that was one of the things that I was saying too. Precious Achiuwa is a power forward from Memphis. He's about 6'9". He averaged, I believe, 15.8 points in the season, along with like 10.8 rebounds. So he should be a good addition to them, especially possibly pushing Jay Crowder to the 3 coming off of the bench, unless he still stays at the 4. And they still have Myers Leonard as well. So I think he's a good addition for them. Definitely a good addition. But I think they need another scorer, brother. I think they need to do something with Kendrick Nunn. He's a good player, but they're not giving him any time. So,
right. Yeah, I think if they, I like Dragon. You know what I mean?
Dragon, baby.
Amazing in the bubble. But he takes away a lot of Kendrick Nunn's time. So
yes, he does.
It's one of those things to where you kind of you want to play Ken, but you can't really take out the Dragon because the Dragon plays so well. So I don't know what they're gonna do with that. They just gave him the guaranteed money, so they'll keep him for a while, I guess. But it's not a lot of money though, right? So he only got his little, I think it was like 600,000 or something like that, or whatever, 300,000. So it wasn't much money or whatever. So they could actually move him if they really wanted to. But I don't want them to move their young talent. But it is what it is though. I
think you keep Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson. Yeah,
you got to keep those two.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. So Celtics pick is in. They're picking number 25. Anybody else want to comment on for Derek or what we were talking about? G-Reg, Norby, or Lawrence? Or silence.
Crickets.
Spoke it true.
Just bars. He was laying the bars down. Listen.
They said bars, big bars.
I mean, that's what Derek does.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Hollywood Porter.
There we go.
Straight to the point.
Yep.
Wearing foils.
It looks like the Celtics have picked Peyton Pritchard out of Oregon. He's a PG. I do not know too much about this guy. He
Good
was
for them. No.
first team All-American with 2019, 2020 Pac-12 Player of the Year. And he started all 105 games over the last 3 seasons. Average 20.5. He's a good three-point shooter. Okay, that might actually work for them.
They need a bench. Their bench is terrible.
The bench is, not good. Marcus Smart came out there doing what he needed to do. But and they said he's a clutch performer.
So now that they made the pick, are they out of, I guess, making moves? I guess that would be the question at this point. Are they still going to try to make a move in free agency?
Yes, they're going to try to do something with Gordon Hayward.
Hayward, and they were shopping Kemba too.
Well, that's if Gordon Hayward, they give him an extended day till Thursday.
Yeah, till Thursday.
So if he picks it, stays. He picks and stays.
I think he goes to
He's
Atlanta.
not going to stay. He's not going to stay.
I agree. I don't think he's going to stay. But the thing about this guy is he's a playmaker, which obviously give him a couple of years to build with Brown and Tatum if they stay, because Kemba came up short. You never know. So
you saying they're gonna try to ship Kemba out of there? That what you're telling me?
I'm not saying they're gonna try to ship Kemba out of there, but once his contract ends, I don't know if they end up re-signing him. So they'll play his contract out and they'll have this guy come off the bench, and he can shoot the ball, which is a bit of a concern with the Celtics. Although Marcus Smart did step that up, but after he stepped it up, what's his name? Kemba's seemed to start missing. I don't know what the hell happened. So.
We
got
know
them
what happened,
shaky
bro. He
knees.
came up small, bro. That's what happened. He came up small, bro.
He did come up small.
Got them arthritis in his knees. He needs the 5-hour energies. Tell Derek 5-hour energies.
Man, I think hopefully we didn't lose him. We might have lost him.
That was prepaid minutes. Ran out, baby.
Oh no!
Oh no, baby! What is he doing?
Put money on the books.
Yep. So the Jazz.
They got the 27th pick right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
What do they need?
Sir, not today, boy.
Power forward.
For the Jazz.
Yeah. They got Gobert, Joe Ingles. They had Conley, they had Mitchell. Or did they play Joe Ingles the 4 and then they had Clarkson and
I think so.
the other Bogdan at that was like a 3.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we lost Mr. Hollywood Porter, unfortunately. But it was good to see that, man.
Florida's finest.
No! Why would you do that, Utah? Why?
Don't leave us in the dark, Marshall. What happened?
Utah picked my guy, Udoka Azubuike.
Oh, he won the first? Wow. Congrats.
Why? You have Gobert. You don't need him.
Maybe they're
They're
going to
prepping for the future.
They need a backup.
Maybe Gobert's out, baby. Last year on the contract, I think.
Oh,
I mean, they got E. Davis. They got Rudy Gobert. That's all I think they really got in regards to So I mean, it's a good pickup for them.
I'm not maxing out Gobert again.
So,
Oh, we got Tony Bradley as
by the
well,
way,
but
we already mentioned about where RJ Hampton was going
mhm.
to the Nuggets.
Yeah.
Oh no, we didn't mention that.
Yeah, he's going.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's going to the Nuggets.
Ooh.
Tough.
I don't know how you fit in over there.
Yeah, well, according to our guy, Mr. Brand, said the Pelicans were selecting for the Nuggets.
So Pelicans are gonna ship RJ Hampton to Nuggets.
Yeah, I guess they were picking for him. I don't know.
So they're gonna move Jamal Murray off ball and probably put Hampton at the 1.
Right.
Or vice versa.
I don't know. Charlie Dilly said these some crazy names. Mars be pronouncing them easy.
Was he earlier? Was he here earlier for that?
Yeah, I don't know if he was. Hey.
Congrats on the new dog, Charlie.
Yes, congrats on the new dog. Saddam Hudave boxing up some donuts for the kid. Let's go.
What I'm talking about. Now you just gotta ship them. Be here for 7 days.
I'm weak.
Hey, ask him if he still gets a haircut at my boy Aaron's.
To Dave.
Yeah.
Dave, do you still get a haircut with Greg's boy Dylan or Aaron? I'm sorry. My ass. I'm waiting on them to see. Lakers are on the clock right now.
Ooh. Is Desmond Bain still there?
I believe so, yeah.
I would take Desmond Bain.
Man, why would Utah always takes big man? He said, no, not anymore. He keeps moving further and further away. And we have another guy on here, Charlie Dilly. What's up, Charlie Dilly?
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
We're good.
Good.
It's you, well, you dark, but anyway. You can
What's
see,
up, Charles?
Charlie, where you at? Where you at, Hope?
you see the crew firsthand, you know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So anyway, Charlie Dilly, how do you like the draft going so far? You're a Spurs fan yourself, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, I was like Derek. I don't really keep up with a lot of this stuff. That's why I'm here. I like to hear what's new, what's in the backs, you know. So I like to hear all that.
Stop the cap. That's what you said, Greg.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, so the guy who was hoping the Spurs are gonna get the damn Jazz drafted.
Marshall's in pain right now.
It's the quite opposite from what Greg and Lawrence feel right now.
Yeah. I'm pretty hopeful.
I mean, Marshall's been talking about Uzubuki or whatever his name is.
Azubuike.
Azubuki Booty, whatever. He's been
Azubuike.
talking about him. He's from the get-go. Marshall's always been like, "Hey, San Antonio needs to pick him up. They need to get him."
Yeah.
We
Him and
need another
Bobo's
big man.
him and Bobo's been on the pod every day. Every pod.
Yeah.
Azubuike and Bobo.
Yeah,
Mentions.
Azubuike.
I mean, it's,
Oh,
yeah, I
Bo.
don't know why they didn't pick him up. They should have picked him up instead of old boy that we got earlier.
Wait, should have picked two up
Azubuike.
instead of Vassal.
Yeah.
Well, he would have been taken too high, I guess, from what they were thinking.
Who gives a damn? You.
Yeah, I don't like.
We need a young big man.
I agree, but that's what I'm saying. I thought we would get him in the second round, but they took him early, so it's just like.
I don't mind taking someone early if it's your guy. If it's your
Yeah,
guy,
if that's something that you need, a piece that it don't matter how high or low you take him. Like if you need him, you get him.
Yeah.
But I love Vassal, so we're good.
Oh yeah, we can tell by your reaction.
We here.
Oh well, I gotta restart the live, unfortunately. Well, I'll come back.
Sad face. See you at the crossroads, Charlie. See you.
Guys, first round's ending. I think Minnesota is done. So I'm gonna hop off.
Yes, sir.
They do
Yes,
have a
sir.
second round pick.
The Lakers pick is proposed trade to the Timberwolves.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to see who they're gonna pick?
Oh, wait for that. That's what I was waiting for that. I
Forget
was gonna
No,
say,
you're gone. Later. No.
like, he's out. That's it.
No, that's it. You said you're out. Later.
Damn, you left Daniel on there for I don't know how long, soaking all the hurt.
it.
No, I put him on mute the whole time. Nah, I was kidding. That'd be all messed up, right? He's all talking.
But yeah, it's like this pick, and then the next pick is the 33rd pick in the second round.
First, move up, get Tyler Bay.
Oh, he's the cousin of Juwan Howard.
Who?
McDaniels.
Oh, yeah.
His brother is Jalen McDaniels for the Hornets, who is just seemingly right there torching Derek White.
Tons of upside, not a high motor, maybe have character issues.
That's who we ended up getting.
But he's highly talented. He's probably one of the top, I want to say top 10, top 8 talented players in this draft.
At what position?
He looked like, you obviously don't want to say he's Durant, but he definitely has hit the movement of a Durant.
So like a PF or center.
He's more like a small forward, power forward.
No.
All right. I'm like, it's not bad. The only thing is you said he does come with some baggage, right?
Well, he was highly touted out of high school. And he came to the Washington program, which produces a lot of pros.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't perform like everybody thought he would.
From the Lakers to the Timberwolves.
So,
Okay.
And then there were questions about his motor, his character issues. So he did drop based on production and the extra stuff. But
we'll see what he does when preseason starts, when practice starts, when preseason starts, and when he does get playing time, see how it goes.
he's definitely like Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter Jr.
Okay.
Like he has that kind of upside.
Okay. In regards to the T-Wolves draft going number 1, which was Anthony Edwards, great pick. I like I said, it was either Melo, which I thought was perfect, Anthony Edwards, which is great. They did trade the 17th pick. And then they got the 25th pick. I believe it was 25th pick.
Yes.
And I believe for that one, actually no, I think that pick went to the who went to the Knicks, right?
No, the Thunder's pick went to the Timberwolves. Remember?
Yeah. Well, I had saw something before going off that it reported trade.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah. So we got Rubio within that 17 pick because we traded it. Got the 25th, but then that ended up going to the Knicks. And then in regards to this one, it's not bad. So far, I would say we did okay in the first round. We have one more pick in the second round at the 33rd. If they can just get a center, then I'd be happy. I'd be happy with Carter Jr. I think it was Cartley Jr. or Carter Jr. from Duke. He's a big body, really big body, gets crafty in the post, has good post game. So I think that would be a good fit for Minnesota for future seasons.
Oh, Vernon Carey Jr.?
Yeah, Vernon Carey Jr.
Okay. Sorry, I was tripping.
No, it's okay. I was trying to remember his first name, but I think it was Carey or Carter.
I was like, Michael Porter Jr.?
Michael Porter Jr. All right. Thank you guys for having me. I'm going to take off.
Yes, sir. Norby.
It's a pleasure to be with Stats versus Facts.
Always a pleasure.
Where can they follow you at?
Sir.
Where can they follow me at?
Sure.
Anywhere. Twitter.
I'm with-
Twitter, IG.
We got to shout him. What is your ad, boy?
Got the
And
Addy.
Salazar 44. That should be it right there. I always get it confused with my IG. So, but in Salazar 44.
44.
But all right, guys, appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank
Dorn.
you. Thank you for holding it down.
Later, boy.
It is.
Cara. See you later, Cara. Oh, man. And then there were the three Spurs people.
That's why
Hey,
we win.
we always hold out, man. We don't go nowhere.
That's why we win all the time.
We got patience.
Everybody else is Quentin.
Exactly.
Our motto should have been trust the process.
Yeah.
Anyway. Raptors pick 29 is in. We're going to see what they're going to pick. And then finish out with number 30. I don't even know. Tyler Bay, Trey Jones are the top two left. You got Woodard, the second from Mississippi State. Daniel Otaro is a center from Minnesota. Nico Mannion is still there. The point guard from Arizona. Theo Maledon from a point guard from France. I mean, what do the Raptors need? Because they may possibly lose Van Fleet.
They need somebody to like a player like Kawhi, which is not going. I mean, obviously, but they need like a solid. I guess like a solid 3. I guess you could say, or yeah, solid 3. And depending on what happens with Van Vliet and everybody else, but
Ibaka, the Lakers.
exactly.
Ibaka.
Oh yeah, Ibaka is gone.
I think they
See,
blew it up.
Cause Ibaka and Gasol, they just like Gasol is just he's old, bro.
He is. He's all.
I think it's about time, start looking at younger big men and maybe a three player.
And Siakam is not. He hadn't really lived up to what he was supposed to. So Toronto's pick is in, and they selected Malachi Flynn, a point
Ooh.
guard from San Diego State.
Dog. Straight dog. Score.
Yeah, 2019, 20 AP second team All-American. San Diego State is what, in the Mountain West Conference?
San Diego State, Mountain West. Yeah, I think so.
And he's a playmaker.
Yeah.
Smaller guy. I mean, they seem to draft those smaller.
They played them together.
Right.
Lowry and Van Vliet are not the biggest guys.
Right. He's a disruptive defender, which maybe they're thinking, okay, if we lose Van Fleet, we got this guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they should blow it up, honestly.
Yeah, this is
Just let Van Vliet walk away. Maybe sign and trade, get something out of him. Lowry's on his last year, his $30 million contract 1 year. I think you trade him. Gasol and Ibaka are gone.
I got you. Man, he got a very light family. What I'm looking at. Everybody's like Lawrence color.
Damn, why are you gonna come at me like that? I ain't do nothing to you.
Now, Boston remaining pick at number 30. That's nice. Shoot, does Boston go with Tyler Bay?
Yeah.
Do they go with a guy like Daniel Otaro?
I think Tyler Bay, another wing. They like very high development.
Okay.
Very good measurables. He was defender of the year. Defensive player of the year in his conference. He has measures similar to the Kawhi, but
What's this nigga at?
I'm definitely not going to call him the next Kawhi.
Well, I'm sure y'all know Tyler Bay's grandfather.
I'm sure you're going to tell us right now.
I'm waiting for an answer.
I said Old Bay.
Oh. Spurs in 4.
But this one is actually gonna go. Oh, this pick came from the Suns. The Suns received the 2019 first round 24th overall pick, which they turned into Ty Jerome and Aaron Baines. And this is how the Celtics ended up getting this 30th overall pick for this year.
Odd. Yeah, I think they take Tyler Bay. It's a good replacement for Haywood.
Right. I agree. I agree. And that pick is in. So here it is, boys. And then Adam Silver is gone.
Count Chocula.
Hold on a second.
I'm trash.
So this pick is actually on its way to Memphis. Interesting. So the Celtics are going to send this pick to the Memphis Grizzlies.
So I'd go Desmond Bain actually then for the Grizzlies.
And you were absolutely correct.
So I was thinking.
TCU.
Shooter put next to Morant. Maybe if you don't like Dylan, what's his name?
Dylan Brooks.
Now Dylan Brooks.
Mm-hmm. He's actually, wow, guys. He's the first player drafted from Texas, from a Texas school. Because you think about it, no player in the draft as of right now has been drafted from Texas.
Oh, you're talking about just for okay,
this
never mind.
draft. I was like,
That's what I'm saying. I was with you. I was like, wait a minute.
I was like, wait a minute.
But I'm saying in this draft, like he was the only player drafted in the first round from a Texas school.
Dang.
I mean, Texas schools really ain't had that good of players. That's why.
Next year, Texas is getting one of their prospects. They dropped the bag for one of the prospects.
They sure did.
Yeah, because Texas randomly will have one prospect every couple of years that is legit.
Talk about UT?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, UT's had Mo Bamba. They've had, I mean, they come out with the bigs.
Jackson
Mo Bamba,
Hayes.
Jared Allen, Miles Turner. I mean,
Kevin Durant,
Aldridge,
DJ Augustine. They've had.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened though. Like, there's a point in time where people just stopped looking at Texas schools.
I will say this about Desmond Bain. That dude is kind of swole.
Well, he's what, 6'6", like what, 215, 225, I think.
Yeah, that dude. That's a very, very good pick.
Reminds me a lot of not Eric Bledsoe. What's my man's name from Houston?
Eric Gordon.
Eric Gordon, yeah.
Okay.
Similar build, same heater, flamethrower.
Yeah, that's a good pick. That's a very, very good pick.
I really
Him
like
and
him.
John Morant.
And he's ready to go. He's ready to go.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Memphis is gonna. Ooh.
The only problem is his wingspan. Like I remember telling you, we talked about that.
Yeah.
His wingspan, he has a negative wingspan. So basically, he's 6'6", but has a 6'4" wingspan.
Right. So we'll see. Well, guys, that has been the draft. Here. Thank y'all for watching, and we'll catch y'all next time, man. Stats versus facts. Ayy. Stats versus facts. Ayy. You know where we at on the stats versus facts. Yeah, my boy, hella black. He black. On the stats versus facts. And you might get smacked by the stats versus facts. Ayy.